20 seconds. Nice, man. All right, and we are live here at the SunBet Poker Tour, and we have the absolute pleasure of commentating on what is one of our favorite events on the circuit, the High Roller. Welcome back, Jamie. Thank you for being on time.
Slow motion.
A superstar at that. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. To the viewers out there, welcome to the stream. And if you are doubting at all that whether you want to come down or not, there's no doubt.
No doubt at all.
Yeah, if you've got the cash lying around and you want to come hop into one of the best structured formatted tournaments, it is phenomenal to jump into, and it is well worth the time and effort. Jamie, welcome. For the viewers out there that don't know Jamie McCarthy is our GTO wizard. He is our extraordinaire, our little pocket rocket, our Chesney Colby of the commentary box. Jamie?
What's up?
I heard the analogy going around earlier on that for a lot of the people, this is their favorite tournament, a lot of the players, should I say.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that when you buy in for a sum of 50,000 Rand, which is what the buy-in is, for those of you who are interested and want to know, it does obviously
filter out
a certain group of people that want to come in and try and
for
gamble.
like a certain caliber of player,
Of
sort
course,
of. You know,
of
I
course.
mean, you're generally going to have pretty good players in the high roller, players who are serious, and I honestly prefer playing against better players. I'm not sure about you. I think most of us would agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I prefer playing against players that know how to fold.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's certainly for me, it's an interesting one. So what's your view on the whole buy-in factor? Does it really make a big factor? I mean, we've obviously just discussed that it does to a certain extent, but how far of an extent does it make a difference?
I guess we'll see tonight, but I think it certainly makes quite a big difference. Not just here, but like everywhere in the world. Of course, you will get a few like rigs who are quite wealthy, you know, businessmen, and they want to come and have a punt and play a little wild. But generally, you can have some serious poker players, well-studied players, players with a lot of experience, and players with a lot of success and history of results. So the high roller really makes for like a really interesting, good content to watch. Yeah, just a great tournament overall.
I don't know.
Yeah, very nice enough. I couldn't agree with you there more, that's for sure. Chris,
Yes, boss.
welcome to the show.
Thank you, my buddy.
I know we've been sitting around this evening waiting for this tournament, looking forward to it, that's for sure. And what are you looking forward to?
Well, I mean, the highest caliber of player in the land. To put it short.
Nice, yeah.
And we've got, as Jamie said, the best players in the country coming and play this high roller. You know, we're probably going to see, this is my opinion, over $1 million Rand for first.
You know, there's
for
a
this one.
reason why we
It is a re-entry event. So, you know, if someone does take a little knock to the chin here, or bad beat or whatever it may be, they could opt to jump back in. The rebuy period or the re-entry period is until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So yeah, ample time to play some cards.
That's the one.
And
Sorry,
no,
I distracted you there.
it's all good. As I was saying, yeah, so ample time to play some cards. A lot of moves to be made. You know, these levels, the way they're structured now, which you're going to tell us shortly about, they're going to have the time, right, and the room to try and accumulate as many chips as possible before we get into the serious end of this tournament.
Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here going like, oh my gosh, I haven't even introduced you to the folks out there. So ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to introduce the gentleman to my far left. He is our technical terrorist. He's our technical terminologist. He is our one and only Jamie Heineman.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I love that.
Wow,
Christopher Dean.
that's a new one, buddy. I love that.
Hey,
I love
Jamie
it.
Hyndman is an incredibly intelligent human being.
Yeah,
He's
fair enough.
well known
Race,
in the science
35,000.
community for his presentation
Mythbusters.
of Mythbusters, which used to be one of my favorite shows of all time.
Absolutely.
I hope you really have a Sam Greenwood in there somewhere.
We'll see. It's up to me. You leave those introductions up to me, buddy.
Jamie Hyndman, get there for you.
Jamie Hyndman.
I appreciate that, yeah. It's a clever doodle. But yeah, like I was saying, Nick, just looking at this feature table alone, it's going to be action-packed. I mean, two best mates next to each other.
Yep.
Ivan Lottering and Rudolph Marie left. Rudolph is to Emma's left. Then we've got Stephen Courtney on the table and Henny Uppel. For those who were with us earlier, we know that Henny and Stephen had a three-handed heads-up battle, and Henny coming out on top there. And I think Nick and Noy is looking to get some justice back on Mr. Stephen Courtney for what happened earlier in the day with that ace-10 versus ace-4 and Steve finding that gut shot on him.
It is so funny because, like, as you can see on the camera, I was hovering around the table for the viewers up there so you can understand it. This is pictures from half an hour ago, and the conversation, as you'll hear, that goes around is exactly like Rudolph said there. They're all gunning for Stephen Courtney's head on this table. It's actually quite a cool dynamic that's been added in. Rudolph said to him, "Now, come Steve, you must try and steal my blinds," and it's purely because Stephen Courtney is the threat on this table. That's a given.
100%.
As most of these players are, but he is an educated poker player that that tries to play as much GTO as possible. He tries to play as much a calculated mathematical poker. But whereas if you take the likes of a Rudolph Marie or you take the likes of a Nick Ianu on this table, they don't play by the book. They play by their cards that's in front of them. They play with the player. They play in a whole different dynamic other than what you guys expect to see. And that's why, like in this case, they're going to have a go at him. They're going to try and unsettle him. They're going to bring table dynamics into it.
Mental game.
Mental game.
Try and get in his head.
And that leads me on to my next discussion. Jamie, how much does mental game and table dynamics come into it? Because I know you are obviously from a GTO side of things. You like to be technically astute around the table.
Yeah.
But from your experiences in tournaments, doesn't matter what size, this and the other, how much does table dynamics come into it for you?
I think poker is probably the most situational game in the world. There's never going to be the same situation twice. Everything is unique. The circumstances are always different. Whether it's ICM pressure, what mood is the player in tonight? Has he been drinking? Is he just here to have fun? Like,
They have a good night's sleep.
exactly. There's like so many dynamics that come to play, and players' play style certainly is something one should be aware of. And I think as a GTO player, I'm pretty much taking the spot that's kind of been given to me. I'm analyzing ranges, and so I don't get too deep into table dynamics, but of course, I mean, it plays a huge role, and you have to be cognizant of the situation that you're in, and you should adjust accordingly.
Okay, so now I'm going to flip it on its head. Take vintage Nick. Me. Back in the day.
Ain't no school like the old school.
Ain't no school like the old school. And you put a bottle of brandy next to me.
3 or 5.
And I start like unsettling Oaks. Like, not by trying to be rude to them, not by pulling them apart, not by, but playing the game and bringing them to my level. How do you go about navigating that?
I'm not answering for this one. Because I've played against Vintage Nick.
Let's go for it, Chris.
I've played against Vintage Nick. I mean, we've known each other for a very long time. And I'm clicking back a lot to you. I'm exploiting the fact that you're exploiting the fact, if you know what I mean. And I'm using that to my advantage.
Perfect. I agree with that, and it's 100% the case. A lot of people used to approach my style of play with caution because they didn't know if I even knew what I had in front of me. But to be brutally honest with you, I knew every single time what I was doing and why I was doing it.
It's all about perception, though.
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
Because my ability to tuck a piece of alcohol down or whatever it may be, to put it away certainly helps, but with that being said, it was part of my tactic, and it's part of these guys' tactics to sit down at the table, pick on the likes of a Stephen Courtney. It could even be the tactic of a person that is trying to divert attention from themselves. So it's a hell of a dynamic to bring into it, and I love the fact that on this feature table we've got the likes of Riddle Free, Nicky Inouye, Stephen Courtney, who took on Henny Appel in a heads-up battle to win a title earlier on. Okay, all of these factors come into it, and it certainly is going to make for a lot of entertainment for later.
100%, bud.
Yeah.
So excuse that shiny piece of flesh that you see in the corner of your screen there. Love it coming up now. That is, you'll see I'm mutilated the back of my head today. But Nick, there's a question coming in from Brett Johnson. Brett, thanks so much for that question. He wants to know.
So shiny.
He asked, when did the stream? Can we confirm how long the high roller has been going on for? Because the stream has just started.
Yeah. So we had a technical issue early on, which we've managed to resolve pretty quickly. It's part of life. Basically, as we started the stream on our side, the updates flowed through from Australia. That runs the technical system behind the scenes, that captures all the cards and stuff like that. And it certainly played a part in it, and we kind of needed to pull the table apart and all of that. But thanks to the production team back of us, it was easy, and they nailed it, and we're up and running again. We are still trying to make sure that we're getting those graphics correctly up on screen. So we do apologise for that, but they'll be sorted out shortly.
And on the other hand as well, on the other side of things as well, we don't just have a high roller running at the moment. We have a 5K Super Turbo, or Hyper Turbo, or just a Turbo. I can't remember which one is it, Nick.
It's just a Turbo, yeah.
That's running down. I think there's 2 or 3 tables that are currently running at the moment. And there's a lot of guys that, for example, Simon won his seat for the high roller event. And he's opted to jump into the Turbo tonight, as it is a one-day event, rather than go straight into the high roller. As registration ends tomorrow for the high roller. At what time, Mr. Gara?
I can confirm that it ends at about 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
So still ample time.
Yeah.
You can play, go have a great night's sleep, come back fresh as a daisy, and again, utilising the satellites that we have available here to win his entry into this high roller.
So to Brett there, sorry, yes, we did start 15 minutes late, and we are 2 hours into this tournament, but because of the blind levels being 60-minute blind levels, okay, we haven't lost too much action, we haven't lost any players in the meantime, and we certainly looking forward to what the rest of the evening holds for us. I think stream will be on till about 1 o'clock in the morning, so do stay tuned. There's lots of action to come, and like I said, with this sort of a table, we are very excited to see what it has to hold. Jamie?
Whatever it is, I'll raise it so that you can make it.
Hold on, one second, I may interrupt quickly, gentlemen. There is a tradition that we normally do at the start of every tournament. We've added 2 dynamics to it: outright and dark horse. Mr. Gara, fire away.
Outright and dark horse. Very good question. I'm gonna go with my dark horse.
Okay. I would have followed it.
Okay, what do you think? Do you want me to give you mine?
I'm gonna go with my dark horse as being Mateo.
Okay, Mateo.
Okay. And I'm gonna go with my outright. I have to unfortunately pick Max Davison.
Max Davison, 100%.
He won the one in Pretoria. I'm pretty sure he's going to come into this as being the favourite player to win because of his stats over the last couple of months, etc., etc. It's just been unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going. Those are my 2 picks: Max and Mateo, the Frenchman. I've really enjoyed the way he's played. I've enjoyed watching him play. I like the fact that every now and then emotionally loses his cool, because it
just shows how much he's invested.
Exactly, and certainly going to get under the skins of a lot of players around the table.
For sure.
All right.
I've got my
What is yours?
So of course, I've got to go with my boy. Clayton McCusher. Awesome. He's got such an esteemed record with these high rollers. He's done very, very well. And my dark horse will be Alvin Pillow.
Wow, that's a big call.
Yeah.
That's a big call. I like that. I really do. So I'm gonna just put it down here. Alvin, Clayton, Jamie, talk to me.
Check. 3 pairs.
Am I allowed to pick someone else's pick?
No.
But you know,
Yes.
if you picked him as a outright, I can pick him as a dark horse.
Well, I mean, if you're picking Max as a
Davidson,
dark
yeah.
horse, I mean, you're a
no,
clown.
I'm picking.
We know he's a
I'm
clown already.
picking Mathieu as an outright.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. On what basis?
I think he's probably quite used to playing
they're
pretty
flush, I
big
can't
buy-in
tell.
tournaments, especially playing in the likes of Europe and all over the world where buy-ins are
Pre-flop.
kind of a little bit bigger, in a bigger currency and stuff. So I think he will have his cool more than some of these players here, and just based on his merit in previous tournaments that we've watched, he's played really well, and he's probably got my favorite play style out of any player in the tournament. So
Yeah, that's a great job.
yeah, I'm gonna go for him.
I'd like to throw, sorry Jamie, I'd like to throw one more option into the mix if I may, Nick. So we've got outright, dark horse, and wild card.
No.
No, the wild card, we're going to third.
Wild card and dark horse are almost the same.
No, the wild card is our
No.
far shot.
And my dark horse,
Chad Mullen.
Howard Lipman.
Howard Lipman, what a shot too.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a black.
An absolute shot.
like that. All right, we've got those locked in.
Locked it. Guys, let us know who you think is going to scoop it and who is going to be a dark horse. Pop it in the chat. Be sure to like and subscribe.
One, two.
And we've got a couple of prizes that we could be giving away a bit later tonight. So stay tuned.
Now more.
Right, as you folks can see out there, our graphics is back up and running. So we are so grateful to the technical team behind the scenes for sorting that out. We do appreciate the hard work and effort that goes into it. And sometimes things are just out of our hand and out of our control.
Check.
And
Check.
yeah,
Sneaky.
thanks to our Australian counterparts for also sorting that one out.
Check a bit. Check. Check.
Ace.
And Rudolph finding the
You knew
ace on the river there.
The turn I'm calling. Good check.
Yeah,
Nick.
and Nick's sitting in shock, looking at Rudolph going, mate, you got lucky.
I had a 5.
You had a
Yeah,
5,
you
there you
were
go.
earning.
Right, and then some fun and interesting news for tomorrow. For those of you that don't know, we do have our Freedom Day Ladies Cup
At some stage.
starting at 2 p.m. 1,500 buy-in, starting with 250 big blinds, and it is set to be an awesome tournament. And certainly looking forward to what that has to hold. So any of the ladies in the area, please do come down and support it. There will also concurrently be running a Super Turbo Bounty, which is also quite an exciting event. It's quite an international standard event, and we'd love to see a lot of players pulling in for that. Each player will receive 1,500 Rand from the prize pool for every player that they eliminate immediately. So that's a pretty cool incentive there, so do pop in for that. And then a massive shout out needs to go to our stylists, our sponsors, our personal sponsors, Thomas and Benno and Twill with Mike Harris, good friend of ours, good colleague and friend in the poker league, and he certainly has made us look all zhuzhed out. And then gentlemen, to one and only Mr. Gareth Duncan, also a massive member in the poker community from GD Suits, for gracing us each with our own custom jackets, our own apparel, which is just amazing. And Gareth, thank you very much for jumping on board with us for the series. I know it'll go from strength to strength, and it is going to be awesome to see. And I have,
back home.
he's actually jumped onto the comments here going, Nick, I'll see you boys on Friday. Organise the lift from the airport. Gareth, that's awesome news. Looking forward to having you here.
GD Suits in the mix.
Yeah, Lawrence Free coming through there, saying Nick for Dark Horse, he is unpredictable and winner will be Max or Rudolph for now. Thanks, Lawrence. I do agree with you. Brent Johnson coming through, Alvin and Sarge to cash. Danny to come 5th again. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, you will not see Danny tonight. He has decided to go back to Joburg to go visit his brother. He wants to go spend time with family, but he will be back tomorrow early to make sure that he catches the best of the action for late reg. Roberto, evening team, hope you're all well. Yeah, thank you Roberto for popping in. We are all well and we are enjoying the fact that we get to stream this as late as we do and have some fun doing it. So please do jump into the comments there. Ask any questions you like. I know Jamie has been scouring the Hendon mob over the last couple of days, so he's becoming quite attuned with it. And we do look forward to sharing that sort of information. Big shout out also to our sponsors from the Hendon mob, as well as Poker News. It's cool to be having international borders on board like them. Right, gents?
Also, sorry, last one before we go back to the action. A big shout out to Cameron saying, what's up, Anna? We miss you, gents. See you in CPT soon. Yeah, Cam, I hope things are good your end, buddy. And Jamie's probably going to come for to crush you again. So
yeah,
I know you guys have a bit of a battle going on.
Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah, to the other tables there, that is a very recognizable chip protector, and I specifically said chip protector because Max never uses his, looks like a Velociraptor, to cover his chips. It's never for his cards.
Yeah.
His snail is normally for his cards. I don't know where his snail is, maybe he's forgotten, that's where he's probably gone to the rim to go fetch it.
Not you.
You must make it mathematically right. He only knows about maths.
So Nick, I've been thinking to myself, there's something missing. There's something that's unsettling, something that hasn't been.
Let's race.
Wait. Doesn't talk.
Said Nick.
This is something unsettling, something that I feel that hasn't happened as of yet on this series that needs to happen for everything just to fall into place. And you know what that is, my buddy?
One call.
It's Jared Jardine, ready with the box.
Yeah, we can do that.
Good, Jared. For those who are tuned in with us at Times Square, Jared was a staple in the box with us, doing very well at the event as well, but taking the time out to come have a chat with us. So I'm going to hope to grab Jared and see if he can come give us some insight on how his series is going and what he's looking forward to be doing for the rest of the events to come.
Yeah, so over to the action here. It's a decent sized hand that developed there. Henny Apple having pocket queens, raising Nicky Inouye 3-betting with 10-6 there, and Henny just making a 27k to shut it all up. And yeah, it was good. Good to see.
Not me.
Nicky out of 10.
Yeah, but he said it's me.
No.
I heard it. I swear I heard it.
Yeah, and there's just some lack of table banter between Rudolph and Nick and Dave, our tournament director. The floor is called and Nick is going to get a hand penalty for mucking out a turn.
Doesn't matter what you say, Nick. He was going to play anyway.
It's a misdeal.
We're going to win with it.
Oh,
No, that's not. It's a good deal.
I'll let you know. Check. I'm very nervous.
Right, through ace to the flop we go.
Check.
Riddle 3
I'm
getting
so
the best
nervous
part
I'm
of the
gonna
board with his ace 4.
Yeah, ace high and a gut shot.
Yep. Looking good.
Load.
Kom ek wys jou een kaart. Nuts.
Yeah, actually, you know what, guys? I think we are unjustifiably missing out
So you wanna
on
win every hand?
Riddle 3 in one of our, on one of our lists. I mean, the man has made final table after final table after final table. You can also look at the likes of Nico Vickers out there. But, you know, I still back my boy Max. I think he's just got an edge on this field, just based on his current form, but also just the play and experience that he's gained over the years.
I'm asking which last hand.
And weirdly, I actually want to change my dark horse to Riddle 3.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Nice, Jamie. Yet again, you're dropping your phone. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's kind of a staple with Jamie. Started on his face, it's on the floor.
Yeah, so, gentlemen, I've officially changed mine to Riddle 3.
Good man. Here's a question for you though. Dominic French enters the flag hunter.
Raise to 4,000.
Well, he's sitting in the turbo at the moment,
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I actually want to just chat to the viewers
was
out there.
fine.
So,
Hey,
on the Hendon Mob,
Oh, thanks.
there
Next one is
is
yours.
something
Okay.
called the Flag Hunters list. Okay? Those are the people that go around the world just trying to get a cache of sorts in every country that they possibly can. And Dominic is the world leader at the moment. He's got in 10 different countries a cache at least.
Luksum.
And it's not to say that it's the only thing he goes for. But he's certainly a formidable opponent. A lot of the players have questioned his ability to play because of certain positions that he's picked. But after hearing his chat and chatting to him, he's a very calculated individual. He knows what he's after. He's not there to win every competition. He's there to make sure he gets into the min cash positions, and that'll often explain what his role is in these tournaments. I know it sounds like a weird strategy to play for, but a strategy is strategy, you know. And Jamie, talk to us there. Would you love or not love to do what he does, first and foremost, or would you be more inclined to go for the trophies? So, like, say for instance, stay in South Africa, try and get as many trophies as you can, or travel the world just looking for many cashes and getting the flags.
Why not both? Why can't I win a trophy in another country?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Well, baby steps, though, man.
100%.
No man, shoot for the stars.
But I'm saying, just if you had to pick.
I think if you focus your efforts on staying in the country, learning the play of field and the population tendencies of the field. I mean, look at Marco Dukia, absolutely crushing the field on a regular basis, and he's doing extremely well. That's one side of the coin. Another side is, you know, you can go and travel the world, play poker. You know, if you min cash, cool, good for you. You get a flag. Obviously, I wouldn't go to play to min cash. I would play to win, and I would love to get a flag, but you know, if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I'd rather go for a win than a min cash.
Well, mine is the same.
But I think I'd prefer to travel the world, take my girlfriend, use poker as an excuse to go travel to various countries and do that. Yeah, it sounds very, very fun.
Nice. No, you basically just answered both questions in favor of each of them. Nice.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I'll go take myself.
you can do both.
Take myself and go find those flags.
Nice. Thank you for keeping it sweet, short and sweet.
Nikki, 2,000.
Oh, you could get paid level.
This one.
I can get paid.
Well played.
Another 2,000, Nikki.
Oh, and Gavin Sardini, they're joining the fray. Gavin, a very experienced player on the league and tour, and certainly going to be a welcome addition to this table. Also seen him play some very interesting hands.
Yeah, 100%.
Love it.
Couldn't agree more. Let's give a shout out to, sorry to interrupt, to our media team as well, buddy. They've been doing a stellar job. Old Keegan and
Joshy.
Josh. Top work, boys.
3-5
We appreciate everything you do for us.
Yeah,
Top support.
And if anybody finds Keegan's glasses, please put them at reception at the front.
And hoodie.
I didn't see you look.
And dignity.
You're so quiet. You talk too much.
He's not going to be finding that one.
As you can see, guys, you think we like taking the mickey out of everybody, but we're with these guys day in and day out for 2+ weeks on end, and it comes with nothing but love. So,
Right,
that's all it is.
over to the flop here. Vishal Gubin getting the best of this 75% with his King 9, and Rudolph with bottom pair.
Check.
Turn, Vishal picks up a flush draw as well with a straight draw. Jeepers. And the man rivers the second up flush draw, just checks it, plays it very passively.
I didn't play, I was big. My fault.
I know. You were so behind.
I was winning with the king already.
You were behind pre-flop. Not making excuses.
Interesting there from Vishal that he didn't really choose to play that hand a little bit more aggressively. I guess it also comes down to feeling the table out,
Too black.
don't want to jump in too early. As you can see, the players are playing extremely deep over there. So much so that Vishal's sitting, I think, on like a 178 big blinds.
Yeah, that's right. I think starting stack is 300k.
It's massive.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, 300 bigs, 300k. Second level takes you to 200 big blinds, so it's not the normal 200 or half your blinds. So most tournaments you buy into, if you start with 300 big blinds, second level takes you immediately to 150 big blinds.
Yeah.
Whereas this structure takes you to 300, 200, 150, which is great.
Been a nice shot at the other table, so as you can see Max Davison, Harold Brooks, and Mr. Sun. As soon as we further out there, we'll have some more for you. Imran Johnny is there as well. Because
Okay, don't worry. Kevin?
Time. Bang around.
What is now 1-2?
2,000 to call. Raise to 4,500.
10. Quick. Turbo.
Raise to 10,000.
Turbo. Ah, Nick.
Sure.
Wow. No respect. King 9 or King 10, Vista?
So to the viewers out there, every now and then, all we're going to do is switch off our mics, let the players take the limelight. These players are the actors. They are the superstars. They are the stars of the show. And we're very fortunate that we can have this sort of technology where we can mic them up, show you their cards, show you the play, and comment on it. And I love seeing this sort of action. 4 ways to the flop, pocket threes, 9-7 of spades, turning 9. I mean, Vishal's looking creative. Gavin Sardini getting some of his board. Rudolph Ari got a little bit in the action there. It's just great to see.
yeah, I think we definitely could see a lead here from Vishal, and definitely Gavin could actually be raising it as well.
10,000 to call.
To get a lot of the trash to fold out.
Rudolph?
Oh, he just opted to flat.
Fold.
Masango, what I can tell you is that I cannot tell you what the payouts are. It's far too early, but what I can tell you is that
Kevin, check.
We have already smashed the guarantee.
yeah, we've already smashed the guarantee. It started as a £1 million guarantee. I mean, that wasn't very difficult. We smashed it as the tournament started.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're through it. So to the SunBet team on the next one, give us a bigger guarantee, man.
Yeah,
Take the risk.
juice it up.
Juice it up. 2 million. I reckon these guys get to a field of 40 to 50 entries here. Putting my neck out there.
Do you know the sickest thing ever? They juice it up and they say to Jamie, cool, jump
9-7
in.
and Jack 9.
That wouldn't be juicing it up.
Just think, Jamie, between a rock and a hard place, the GTO wizard versus some of South Africa's best.
I had a big ace.
I think that would make some great television, huh?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube is what's the correct term we'll be using? Have to use, yeah.
Broadcast, I don't know.
Something like that.
Try 2 flashes to me.
Flashes in a row. Let's see.
You were behind badly pre-flop. And the other hand as well. So I must raise bigger.
Yeah, bigger fall, of course.
Oh,
Of course.
never cut.
I couldn't get Jack 9 off her hand. What the flip?
How did you get caught before me? You give lumpers. How much you doing now?
Wasn't two. One there, one there.
Lumps cut for
Look up a big
Together.
Oh, wait, those are wait, they man.
Oh, I got 4 pre-flop.
Sasha Nadia coming into the chat there saying, Daddy didn't raise me to mid cash. I have a sick needle there because I know Sasha very well, but I'll keep it to myself. And, yeah, good to see you on the chat, my buddy. Hope you're well.
Yeah,
Raise, stop,
Giovanni
full.
Gugier there,
Kevin?
just coming through. How's it, guys? Good luck, Mark.
Yeah, shot for the shot there, bud. Appreciate it.
Call. Nikki. Call.
Let's check if I can do 3 in a row.
Call.
I've never seen you so loose. Always thought you tight.
Playing my rush.
I think that I don't know what movies he's been watching, but anyway.
Check. Nikki.
Very interesting 5-way pot happening here.
6,000.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this quite a bit tonight at this table. You know, there's a lot of guys that just love to see the hands, love to get involved in flops. And
I check.
yeah, the fact that Nick is just leading it out with a 5-4 there is absolutely brilliant. The man just unstoppable. His
36,000.
form's been brilliant.
Yeah,
You don't
he's
have
not going
ace.
to get Rudolph to fold this.
He did. Well done.
I stand corrected.
You never ace.
Wow.
Well
How much
done.
did he bet?
I think he bet half pot there.
Nick does love aces. He's opening almost every single ace he
Any
gets.
ace, yeah. Any
Yeah.
combo of an ace.
Ace.
Ace, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It's late.
Yes, done.
It is late. But when there's 2 aces on the flop, you have to remove
That was all three
half
the other
of
day.
his ace X
That's what
combos
we-
out of his range.
Yeah.
Pretty cool shot there of the
that.
outer tables. A social
Yeah,
media
I
reel
need
being
it.
created following
Yeah.
Marco Nokia through this
Followed my way 2 seconds.
high roller, which is going to be quite fun to see. Set up a cam
Sometimes
to
that
watch
needs
his
to be
whole
the
cards,
status
plus
cancelled.
a camera to watch the
Yeah, the
action.
ace
So it should be quite lacquer to see what comes of that.
4-5.
Jamie,
Hello?
interesting stats
I
there
don't
on
have
the
that.
South African current list of money winners.
I didn't think.
Our very
he had
own
an
Mark
ace.
Joseph
I didn't have an ace.
in
No one
888th
had an ace.
position
Yeah.
with a
In the
cool
deck,
$93,000 reported. First overall in South
you went
Africa
in
for
there,
2024. Do you know who's second?
Rudolph.
Unreal.
Next time
Yeah,
I-
unreal.
1,000th in the world overall for earnings.
You good?
And yeah,
You wanna punch?
number 2 in SA overall. So
Yeah.
certainly I have him down as
Break
my
to
dark
5,000.
horse, but
Just fired a warning shot.
yeah, definitely not
We raise.
necessarily a dark horse here. Yeah?
12,500.
Yeah, no, he can't be a dark horse.
Anyway, don't talk, Chris. Keep it between us.
Right.
I'll try and coax him into a side bet where Rudolph goes in with Alden. He's dark horse and see who comes out on top.
Sounds good.
Maybe a last longer. Should I do a last longer with him?
Ooh. Why not?
Stay tuned.
Go for it.
Right, action over
12,500
here.
call.
Any Apple doing his usual where he likes to disguise
No,
his
no,
big
it's
hands,
not
just
first.
limps the ace king
Just a game.
to a 3-bet.
Rudy.
Rudolph
Yeah,
coming
it's
along with
okay.
6-5, Mark the Matter with 7s. Henny Apple, ace king, and Nick Yanu with Queen 4 suited. 4 ways to the flop. Jamie, like we said, lots of action, lots to watch. And the fact it's a 3-bet pot and the likes of a Queen 4 and a 6-5 and it's still in his hand, mind-boggling.
Crazy.
And beautiful.
Check. $8-5.
What is that?
8-5.
Yeah, so Mark flopping middle set after 3-betting from under the gun +3. Very interesting hand. I don't think Rudolph Furry will be going anywhere with this up and down straight draw.
Call.
And Nicky getting sticky here with bottom pair. Oh,
Give me the triangle.
The
Rudolph
baby. All in.
just
Good TV.
rips it.
Call.
Oh no,
Oh,
you're
wow.
not supposed. He's got a flush draw.
Call.
With a flush draw.
Aces.
Oh, that I take, but not a flush draw.
Cuts.
Okay, he's got the flush draw.
He's got a set.
He's got the flush draw.
No, I've got a legitimate hand.
What you got?
And I'm coming with a 4.
Right, Rudolph ahead here with his straight. Mark D'Amato looking for a board pair or a 7 for quads, which would also pair the board. Nine of hearts on the turn gives Mark an additional 3 outs. And Rudolph holds here with the flop straight, and
So cold.
that is a massive, massive pot for Rudolph.
And there comes my dark horse.
Oh, wait. He's not a dark horse though. He can't be.
Yeah, no, for
He's too good.
Ask anyone in South Africa.
He's too good to be a dark horse.
Ja, maar ze vormen zo bad,
Nick obviously rigging the stats once again.
No, I didn't read the stats.
Well, you know what I mean.
I spoke nothing about the stats.
Yeah, with you.
Sasha Grain,
You're
light
choosing
horse.
the second highest cashing player in South
For this
Africa
year.
for the year
For this year.
as dark horse.
Go look overall.
I'm never flatting.
Let's have a look. Hidden Mob, here I come.
It's a great website. For those of you who haven't just gone and scrolled through the Hidden Mob.
Rudolph Furry, 9th in the country on the all-time money list. Doesn't sound very dark horsey to me.
Viewers out there, give us a comment if you think that I can select Rudolph as my dark horse or I can't. Please just put a comment on there. And if there's the majority says he can be as a dark horse, then I'm going to keep him as my dark horse. Please bear in mind that I do always have prop bets with Jamie on the side, which I would like to keep my almost perfect record going. More to come on that later on.
Doesn't realize of anything, but he says that's the worst he'll realize of
Ever.
It's incredible to see the confidence level in Henny after his win. He is certainly looking a better part in this. And yeah, he's smiling, he's happy, he's one he's buying for this tournament. So yeah, life's good.
You know that this needs to be a missed call, eh?
What? I said call.
Call. Steven.
Yeah, no, but if you call in, I want it to be a missed call.
Yeah. I'm tapping Steven.
Steven doesn't care what you have to say. If he does, he hides it well.
Base. 7,000.
Steven, good luck to you, my friend.
Wait, Doc.
Okay, cool, jump up.
You better give him a penalty. You better
Jump.
No.
You don't give Rudolph a penalty, you're in trouble.
I'll give myself.
You don't penalty.
I'll give myself.
Now, they gave me Rudolph, so you also have to.
I'll give myself, Nick. Relax.
Sorry?
No, him.
No, it always feels like they pick on me.
Flop.
Foot now, relax. I'll give myself a bit.
If you shout him like you're
He needs a break anyway.
Oh, is it? Okay. Nice on the phone as well. Check.
Flo, come quick, run, Dave! It's Christmas.
11,000. Out of 10.
Encore.
One hand penalty.
I gave myself a penalty. I don't know why he's calling a flaw, but he's like a baby. He needs your support, Walter.
me to give you the penalty.
And the worst is now's my
I
blind.
can't dish out the penalties myself. I have to call the flaw.
But call a decent flaw. Call the real flaw.
This is the best ever penalties in the big blind. I was also in the big blind actually.
I wasn't making a fold. I was pushing my cards in the box like this.
I'm gonna steal it.
Nick,
You can have it.
listen.
It was
you
in the
can have
box.
it.
It came in the
But
box.
don't let
If you
Steven
want-
steal it.
No, don't worry.
Then I'll be
When I'm
upset.
sitting
Don't
here,
worry
I'll go
about
like this.
Just don't let
He raise him out so he doesn't get that 2,000.
Come, Nick, I'm rooting for you.
Okay.
Okay, so if I have a hand, I must just limp because this is going to be action, huh?
Well, we can't let Steven get that 2,000.
But I do understand that it could have been construed as a.
Can't let that Steven get
I don't know.
2,000.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Raise to 6,000.
Who's it, Nick?
Yeah, I'm
Ah, my man.
You said
You won't let me down.
we got callers. But Steven folded.
Right, over to action here.
Any limp.
Nick,
no.
in a way, raising this. Yanu, sorry, raising this with King 10 of Hearts. Henny Apple just coming along. Nam Lam calling there as well.
Sorry to interrupt, Nick, but will you quickly go look at the comment by Sachin? I tend to very much agree with them.
I know you would agree with them. Can we get back to the action here, please? Thank you very much. Over to action here. Henny Apple flopping top pair. Nick flopping a gut shot. Henny using his form here to continue the story.
Check. Nikki. 22,000.
Will Nick ever not bet an ace? That's a good question.
I know Gara would. Shh. What's a... Okay.
Yeah. So very interestingly there, it's been an action-packed last week. We've got another 6 days on tour for us, 5 days of the actual series left after this.
And the sixth day, we shall rest.
No, we shall not. But Chris, let's just get down to business.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we have what we've already discussed as being the most incredible opportunity for all the ladies to come down, get involved. There's going to be vouchers given away. It's the Freedom Day Ladies Cup starting at 2 p.m. It's 1,500 buy-in. It's a 25,000 starting stack. It really does tend to draw a lot of interest out. You know, a lot of guys bring their wives and families with, even lady friends with, as if friends of friends, girlfriends, whatever it may be, mothers. Bring them down, let them have an opportunity to be on the big stage. You know, it's a great opportunity for them to get involved. And yeah, with the likelihood of there being a lot of like extras given away, please do show face. Please come down. If you're scared or worried of playing poker, it's a good opportunity to get into the poker scene.
And the value add is absolutely extraordinary.
Massively, yeah, massively. So the other ones we can look forward to is obviously Super Turbo Bounty, quite a fun format. Each player that you knock out there, you get an instant prize of 1,500 rand.
And that buy-in is what, five grand, right?
5 grand, starting stack 60,000.
So in essence, knock out 4 people, your money is secure.
Yeah.
Locked up shop, be free rolling.
Get this, 60,000 starting stack.
Okay.
100 blinds.
No way.
So it's a 600 big blind starting
And
stack.
levels? Don't tease me here.
Levels are quick. Levels are 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a turbo structure.
Welcome to
Hence
my
why it's called
office.
Super Turbo Bounty.
This is my office for last night.
I mean,
and
then what is an exciting tournament for me? I would, if I was out there in the field, to play the SunBet Cup. It's a 500k guarantee, 8k buy-in, 25k starting stack, 100 levels to start. So 250 big blinds, and day 1A will be a 40-minute down to 25-minute levels. 1B 40-minute levels and 1C 30-minute down to 15-minute levels. So a bit of a more structure, turbo structure for 1C, which will be on Thursday, and then Friday that one will come to an end. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to, and I'm really excited about it. There's a lot happening. There's a lot up for grabs. And yeah, for them coming down will be absolutely fantastic.
That's the greatest comment. 15. Check.
Yeah, Nick, so just adding to what you said there, so much still to come. In such a short space of time.
Yeah, Michael Robertson there coming through asking why I can't see these hands. Michael, we were informed that there will be a technical glitch with this one hand, so we do apologize about that.
What do you got there?
Yeah, because he pretends to me he's got a set.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're going to be about 30 minutes too late for that one, bud. It's worth an attempt if you'd like.
Yeah, Killer B 194, man, that guy's glasses are insane, full block as well. Yeah, he's, let's say he's just shy of the spotlight.
Ace king, not or three kings, the way it is.
Alright folks, I have something very exciting to announce. Tonight, on the hour, every hour, we're going to pose a question to the viewers out there, and we're going to give away prizes. Okay? Yep. And whoever gets it right by the end of the hour will go into a draw. We'll do it live here. Okay?
Shake the hat.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way of doing it. Maybe just enter them onto a random selector online, and yeah, we'll get that going for sure. So, first question of the night.
All right, yeah, I've got one. How much did Imran Mujani take in his World Series of Poker deep run? How much money did he make?
In the main event in 2022.
Correct.
Rands or dollars?
No, of course it's dollars.
Dollars. Okay.
So, yeah, everybody that gets it correct, pop the answers into the chat. We'll take all your names down, and we'll put that into a random number generator. You stand a chance to win some sick merch.
Yeah, so I think the first one we'll start off with is giving away a nice cap. MJPT and SunBet Poker to a cap.
Yeah, we're starting off with that.
Very cool. So please do jump onto the comments there, let us know, and
Raised to 4,500. Penny?
I'm angry because first time ever I hear someone. I normally don't hear anybody. What?
4-5, Nikki.
Get down, Mike. No, come on, guys, you're breaking us here.
Yep.
Yeah, so Mike, just to answer your question, we are doing well, thank you. Thank you very much for asking.
What did you do to piss everybody off?
No, I got to this table and Rudolph and Nick are both.
He does what he just did to me.
Entering.
That's what he does. Talk shit.
I'm just playing.
Pretends he has the knife.
right, Devin coming through there. What's the first question, Devin?
Yes, so Dev, the first question is how much did Imran Bujani cash? What was his cumulative total cashing in his deep run at the World Series of Poker in 2023?
In the main event.
In the main event.
Check.
So guys, you're more than welcome to post your answers in the chat. And like we said earlier, we will take all these correct answers and we will put them into a random number generator. And yeah, we'll select the winner from there. Gareth Duncan coming in with the first one. Gareth, thank you for your using xe.com for the swift, quick conversion of rands from dollars to rands.
Good to see the Cape Town boys entering this competition.
11,000. Small big, Nicky, small blind.
Always on it, G. Always on it.
I'm not going to lie and show work. I won't lie. I won't say I've got a... I don't know exactly what he said.
Yeah. I didn't lie. I said, you know what I've got.
Mike, I don't know, what we'll do is we'll try and get Lum into the booth to give us a full interview in regards to what it's playing like with those glasses on. It could be entertaining. I mean, you know what, with the so with Lum, it's money in the pot, huh? Lum ain't going anywhere.
Because you wouldn't have re-raised 13,000. You would have had
1,000.
That was a re-raise.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Small blind.
Can it be 194?
And then that's what you would have had.
I mean...
So now Rudolph's giving himself a whole round penalty. 1 hour, not that. You can afford it.
Bum bum bum.
Yep.
Gareth, you haven't won anything yet. You're going to a draw. But currently you are not part of that draw, just FYI.
Raise 4,500.
Right, over to action here. Gavin Tardini raising with 10s.
Call. All around.
Henny Apple just calling with A7. Nick calling with 8-5. And Vishal going to the flop with Jack 8.
Is it one now?
Bayern is winning to 1. Real was winning 1-0.
Yeah.
It's back. It's Bayern leading now to 1.
Oh, really? I'm rooting for Bayern.
Yeah. They came back. They're
I
winning
want
2-1.
Kane to win it, but he's too good a player to not have a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nicky.
But Real is lucky with the Champions League.
Check.
They always find a way.
Yeah, but
Check.
Kane for me is the best player in the world.
Yeah, at the moment he's really on fire.
Better than all of them.
Yeah.
Because he really contributes. He doesn't just score goals.
Yeah.
He holds the ball.
Assist.
The 10 assist defense. He's very good. Tragedy. Must be the best player ever not to win a trophy.
Check.
Vishal picking up chips here, realizing by the river. He probably realizes Jack's good.
7,000.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
Over to Gavin. Gavin just going to call here to see where he stands.
7,000 to call. Any?
Yes, Ash, we'll definitely try and get that question after you, Mobat. We'll try and get that sorted within the next break. If not by the next break, we will try and fit it in within the stream.
I have to call.
But Sash, how do you adjust to multi-way pots?
Just in case.
Thank you.
He doesn't know.
Okay, Sash, I find it offensive. I'm kidding, man.
That's 2 now. That's 2 now. Third strike in the out.
Three in a row.
Nicky?
Yes.
Right, for those viewers that might have just
five
joined,
of those.
just a reminder, we are running for the next hour the question, what amount of money in dollars did Imran Bajani win in the 2022 Main
Just
event.
non-leave.
His deep run. I think he came 22nd there, from what I remember.
Earlier against you.
What amount of money, and there is a prize up for grabs for that.
Where's Rudolph?
I don't know. I think Rudolph thinks he got a 2-down penalty.
Right, guys, for those that are watching and have not subscribed yet, please,
Penalty,
please, 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 no, I'm not joking, I'm not judging, but
he was
or begging, just give us a like, give us a subscribe, join us on the other socials as well, be it Instagram and Facebook. Nick, do you perhaps have our Instagram handle there on hand for us?
SunBet Poker Tour, that's what it is.
And the other one?
MJPT.
At MJPT, and
Monster Jam Poker Tour.
and search up Monster Jam Poker Tour on Facebook as well. We are streaming live there too.
2,000 to call.
Let's hope we can maybe try and bring that chat up if we have something in it.
Raise to 4,000.
Maybe Jamie McCarthy can do that for us. He's the social media king.
Yeah. Not really. I don't even know.
No, it was a big
social
sarcastic.
media. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Right, over to Vishal
You
here.
gotta
Buck
get
Jacks.
Raise to
Pre
14.
Once you go with
3
that.
betting to 14.
Gareth, be nice to Sachin. He's still learning. I'm gonna have to
14 to
retract your
Contemo.
messages if you keep being ugly to him.
At the moment, I don't even feel like I could eat a flop. Never mind River Nick.
You did River me.
I know.
Yeah, Sash, we'll have that chat when we
like
get back. When I get back home, buddy, we'll talk about strategies.
Nicky,
And plus all the other bits that we've been speaking about.
14 to call.
Good fall. Sure. I had one.
Yeah, Jamie McCarthy uses Instagram once every 3 months. That's when we come on tour.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, for guys that haven't managed to see what us as commentators have been up to when we're not in the booth, and in the booth, should I say, give Nick Goro's Instagram a follow. He's doing a fantastic job of giving you a little POV of what we get up to. I mean, today we did absolutely nothing. Nothing to mention at all. Except went for lunch for Chad's birthday.
And putt.
No, that doesn't count. The scorecard doesn't exist.
For my player, that's a lot of compliance.
Sorry, but I actually have receipts about that scorecard. So,
More than double.
I wanted to mention this on stream. Earlier on today, we played putt-putt between the commentators. We took a prop bet as usual. Somehow I convinced Nick to give me +4. What's the words, Nick?
I'm going to
It's
spike.
very cheeky on your part.
Also, sorry, can we take a second to read the latest comment that has come into the chat right now?
Normal people will just say they have the aces against you.
No, man, that's not nice.
He says hold up, right? No, he wants to
Gavin
kill.
Sondini
He wants to
has
buy
our feature table. What's at our feature table? Why is he still asking to see his cards?
2,000 to call.
Gavin, we're busy sorting that out for you soon, buddy.
But I'm on the river.
Raise to
We'll get that up
5,000.
ASAP. Just a few technical glitches, but we'll try our best.
No, let me go.
So yeah, Jamie never won anything. It doesn't exist.
Kevin, put the cards in the box properly.
Lines up next day.
Probably not the first time somebody's asked you to put in the box properly. Jokes, Kev. Kev and I have a very special relationship, so it's all good. Him and I were taking selfies on his phone early on. It's quite fun. Alright, over to flop here. 3 hearts. No hearts in anybody's hand here, but sending a help to Vishal, who again is getting the better part of this flop. Vishal, you need to start betting these flops, buddy. Have confidence. You can do it.
16,500.
Ja, gamis. Yeah, Rudolph, you don't know how he tells me that fucker. Puss. Are you there? I'm very angry. King 2 clubs. Okay, rubbish, whatever. I raise. He re-raises him with ace 5. Suit. Comes ace high. Hang on, I check. Bets. I check bet. 2 clubs. I got king 2 clubs.
Penny.
I want to put him in like you would do.
Yeah, of course.
He says, you know what I got, you know what I got. Like he's got a nuts set or something that he's going to call. I don't push it all in. Then
always.
I know, man. Yeah, but he folds. You know what? He had ace 5. Not, but he.
The point is,
33,500.
Yes, he slowed me down. I'm very angry. So big.
33.5.
I just have to point out to the viewers out there and all the people, lovely people who've been commenting on this group.
I just don't feel sorry for
Gavin Sardini
has
you are an absolute troll.
has best comment of the series. The most incredible double standard troll that I've ever seen in my life. The man has gone, hey guys, please help, I can't see my cards, and then changed his profile picture to that of Love.
It was ace.
Can we just get a round of applause for Gavin Sardini, who is sitting at the... No. It needs to be pointed out that Gavin Sardini unfortunately has to stare at Nahal Lum's glasses all night long. He's sitting opposite him and he's decided to make his profile picture of Mr. Lum.
Sash is coming in, so give Gavin the high rated title right now. Sash, I wish it was that easy, pal.
2,000.
What is going on with the live stream? It's the right side thing ever.
Who went out? Oh, that guy. Mark. Wow.
Kevin? 3,000 to call. Min race is 6, Kevin. Lines are up.
It's not 6, Alright, the legend himself, Gavin Sardini, picking up ace king here under the gun. Can his impeccable form carry on?
Yeah, he's impeccable. His impeccable form and his impeccable profile picture.
Exactly. I mean, man is just on fire, right?
Oh, guys, thank you so much for the interaction tonight. You're really giving us a good time and a run for our money on this end. Wish we could all have you in the box here. Can you imagine that, huh? Can you imagine Sasha in this box?
Oh, I'd love to have Sachin.
Yeah, but
we'll have him in Cape Town.
No, 100%.
That would be so fun.
Sash doesn't get out much anymore, you know? He's got other things he needs to take care of.
They look like they use your space there.
You have the opportunity just now to Jimmy will take a lot of tips. He will come and fire.
Yeah, you will be back.
Well, you guys are too funny.
Sash, please take me out first.
Check a bit, Doc.
10, 6, 4, 2 spades. 7, 5 having all of the equity, well, 37% of the equity. You have a lottery, flopping top pair. Henny Apple. Flopping the open to the straight draw.
13,000. 13,000 to call.
Gavin opting
Almost call
to just flat the 13.
Does Henny raise it up here? No.
It's a nice spot to get. We get some of those little rag X's to fold out.
Yeah.
Those one pair holdings. Especially multi-way like this.
Check a bit, Doc. Check. Kevin. Check.
Right, so Henny Apple turning them second nizzles, as we like to refer to them.
Yeah.
7-9 being the actual nuts.
And Henny just thrives in spots like this. You know, he plays these really like implied odds kind of hands, and he like loves to trap and you see him limping ace king, you know, stuff like that. So this is where Henny shines. And I mean, the man took down the grind earlier on today, and carrying on his form here, taking down this big pot.
2,000, 3,000, Kevin. You the big blind.
I mean, Brad, how do we look at the Ever lottery? Just flipping in that 10, Queen 10 straight into the mark.
Yeah.
Like the sixth sense, huh?
Yeah.
I still
He
prefer
must
the
have
fifth
known,
element.
Yeah.
That's my stupid dad joke. 4 elements together around the fifth. Huh? Gav, as long as you had a good time, my good man. As long as you had a good time. Being when it comes to poker, Sash never has a good time. He's always had Jamie in the mix with him. It gets wrong.
He's counting my chips. Count his chips.
You like him now?
No, I don't like him also.
3,000.
No, it's not good. Just kidding. Yes.
You're obviously a very neat person.
OCD.
Very organized.
3,000 to call.
All right, Vishal, who Sachin
8,000.
astutely pointed out in the chat, fourth on the Mauritian all-time money list. He raises it up here to 8K, King Queen off from the hijack.
Yeah, young Maps coming in with the chirp. No, not necessarily. Please stop it. Alright guys, you've still got some time to enter that competition for some sick merch. Question was, how much did Imran Bujani cash at the World Series of Poker last year in his 33rd position? Put your answers into the chat and we will put together the random number generator or random draw
it's one of
generator,
those.
which will be
Won't be a
presented by
top.
Google.
It has to be 2-1 or 3-0.
Yeah, and then one of you will be winning some kits. We still have other prizes as well that we'll be giving away for the rest of the night. So be sure to be locked in. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Are you sure that's right?
And I don't know who else you're to be telling, Jamie.
100%,
Everyone you know.
Kevin.
Yeah. Not many people in that case for me.
Check.
Not betting your jack this time.
Bet the king.
Does the prize include glasses?
5,000 to call.
Maybe we can get them signed for you.
Oh, good.
Maybe we should release
Limited edition.
limited edition love glasses as MJPT merch.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
I
cool.
mean, the signature pair.
Yeah, exactly.
170.
3 zeros.
That covers the weekend. Well, almost covers the weekend. How are you going? Smoking it. Alright. Oh. Okay.
I'm 6'7".
Oh, you're king of the river there. Gavin's not even missing his gut shot, but finding top pair. Michelle coming along. I think Gavin's going to call this off here. I mean, kicker's no good though. But again, we're down to the river, and Gavin's going to play it off.
You hear me, bro? They've been like that for the past.
Sorry, Gary. No,
10 minutes.
Gary. My bad, Gary.
You only realize now.
2022.
Yeah. You sleeping, boy. You are sleeping.
You're talking upstairs.
No, I'm talking to. No, they just asked me if the blinds are 2,000. So I'm saying, hey, for the last 10 minutes.
Thank you for that, Mr. Duncan. My bad. I think the next one's going to be like something like a prop bet. How many push-ups Jamie can do, or can Jamie do a one-handed push-up?
7,000 to call.
Can Nick do a one-handed push-up?
Interesting.
Yeah, something along that. Let's just see. Oh, guys, come on, do me a favor. Get some hearts in the chat for Jamie to do a one-handed push-up live on camera.
All right, Gian Richards here. Raising under the gun.
Okay. I'm not one club.
Pocket threes.
Oh, Jamie, those hearts are flying in the chat, Cassie. You got to do that one-handed push-up.
Let's go.
Come on, boy. One-handed push-up for the lads. It's coming. Glad to see we have some poker royalty in the mix, apparently. The real full helmet.
Yeah, you guys are just too funny.
But it was in that order too. 6-2.
Vishal flopping the nut flush draw here. Must be nice.
15,000.
Gian still ahead here with his pocket threes. Nicky Annoy. What is he doing in this pot? You never know what Nick is up to, but I mean.
Yeah, Nick is super tricky.
Yep.
Gian Richards coming in. We were having a chat last night. He wasn't too sure he was going to be jumping in tonight or tomorrow, but he's opted, as you can see, for tonight. Mixing it up, trying to find that gut shot. Still ahead though, 51%, and getting the check mark. Let's see how this plays out, Jamie.
Vishal, with the nut blocker there, Chris, do you think he could fire off a bluff?
Yeah, look, it's totally possible. But look who's reaching for chips here. Look who's reaching for chips.
Noy himself. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see him bet big here and take this down. I mean, look at that.
Full.
Well, Gian, look at Gian's no stranger to Nick and Noy. He sat and played with him the whole day today. 27k, 101 in the middle. You know, just getting less than 4 to 1 on his money to make the call here. I mean, as you say, the bluff catcher. See if
yeah, Nick certainly knows how to just play the player. You know, he'll put these guys in the most uncomfortable spots. I mean, if you're Gian here with 3s under the gun, are you making this call on this board texture facing a wild Nicky Inouye?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that doesn't get there. You know, Nick being +2. You know, if we have to break it down, how many 5Xs does he have? What deuce Xs are there? What 6Xs does he have? Do you know what I'm saying?
Finds the call.
He does.
Bluff catches Nick. GG to Gian.
No, Gian, not playing games tonight.
Yeah, well played to both players, you know.
We break it down. I mean, he has, sorry to interrupt, but he has more 9Xs in my mind than anything else on that flop.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you said, from a blocker aspect, if he had a diamond, he'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gian, not taking any prisoners.
Very good call.
Put him on the most flush. I missed it. Super years ago now.
My blinds ready, I was waiting to give it up.
Killer Bean on 194 saying, Jamie, do that one-handed push-up or push-ups on live on stream and he'll be wearing those glasses for a year straight. So Jamie, you've got to give the people what they want.
Yeah, no, I have no choice now but to successfully do
one-handed push-ups.
I don't think I could live with those glasses for a year straight.
Are we going to be gluing them, stapling? What's the story? No, it's not for you. It's for Killer Bee 194.
No, he says my punishment for failing would be wearing the glasses.
Oh, 100%. My apologies. There's a nice shot of...
He has that dog in him.
Yeah, nice shot of Edgar Zana as well.
I couldn't put it better myself.
Yeah. Right, I think we have to wait for Mr. Garo to come back just to do it. He's doing a quick interview, and once that's done, we're going to go live to us in the box. And we're going to get young Jamie McCarthy attempting to do the one-handed push-up.
No ways.
And then unfortunately, we're going to have to get those glasses stapled to your face.
No, sir.
Come on now, buddy.
Maybe we can do it for Nick's Instagram.
Give the people what they want.
40% chance we do it on Nick's Instagram story tomorrow.
60% chance we do it right now.
Not happening.
All right, guys, let us know what you want. You want Jamie to do it right now live on stream, or do you want it coming on Nick Garo's Instagram tomorrow for the POV and what the commentators get up to? Let us know, please. We'd love to hear from you.
Does Gian find the 3-bet here with Ace-Jack offsuit from the big blind? I'd love to see it, but I wouldn't be surprised to just see him put in the call.
My blinds? You.
And
Richard,
see a flop.
I'm looking for you. You look real. You know that.
So.
Ja, ik heb net gewoon Martinez.
Check.
Krijg je het ook hier aan?
So Vishal flops the top pair here.
Okay, dat ik muziek met blinds aan.
Henny with 2 overs and the backdoor nut flush draw.
Lam, je zit of je op je beach zit.
Hi.
One pair, is that all?
Nice. Picking up every hand then.
I need to make my most chips now. Not gonna last long. Yeah, and before also I should have taken it down. Just let it. I was drawing the nut first on the flop.
You have something on the.
He had pocket threes and he had nothing.
Did you have any?
No, I didn't hit anything. On the turn, if I bet, you'll go.
Sachin, I 100% agree with you there. I think Henny can float with 2 overcards, backdoor flush, backdoor straight. I was expecting a float, but everyone has their own playstyle, I guess. And especially against that bet sizing, I think he can certainly afford, pot odds wise, to make the call.
I bet I lose.
Evaluate on various different turns. You know, he can turn a lot of equity on a lot of different cards. Any spade, any queen. Yeah.
That was a beautiful flop. You only get paid if he has a set.
Sure.
7,000.
Poor guy, I mean, he's got top set. It's not like he's got class.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You just wait for the 41 minutes to finish.
Yeah, I've got to wait for it to move. I want me
Race.
Hy raise vir 25,000.
Dis net betyds om my in aksie te sien.
Raise 25.
Yeah.
Over to Henny Apple, yeah, pocket nines certainly securing him a massive win against Nick in the previous tournament in the grind.
Yeah,
crucial.
Ace King versus nines flopped. River boat was very good. I just love this from Nick, you know. 3-bet pot again, guys got in with 6-4 off. He knows the ball comes low. Yeah, he's not scared. When the ball comes low, he knows he's in the money.
Yeah.
Right, to the flop we go. 4 ways. And would you look at that? Gavin Sardini. Flopping trips. Nick just open jamming it. Wow. Gavin, please tank call. Take like 2 time banks. Yeah, lovely. Stalling, yeah, beautiful. Jamie, can Rudolph get away from the sand?
Man,
85.5.
I think you just
85,500.
after Gavin calls here, I think you just have to kind of give him pretty much only an 8. What else could he be calling with? And I mean the reshove there is just pretty much only nuts, right?
Nuts or nothing.
Yeah.
I swear, how sick is this? I must give him a 8. Fold.
Fold.
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly like you said it.
Out of the mouth of Rudolph himself.
The viewers out there being brutal tonight.
Fold. Can I have the
Yeah, wait, I want to show.
But it's good. A little bit of jest. Please keep it clean. We do enjoy having a bit of jest out there, but
not too much at the expense of others.
Exactly. Yeah. Well said.
I get career HP flop,
And Gareth just relentlessly grilling Satch. Unacceptable.
You hold it, it doesn't matter. Oh, you do that.
What is Nicky Hanoi thinking to himself here, Nick? Praying for a 7.
Well, 7's the worst card for him. Yeah, I mean, the man is 2%.
Of course.
Man is 2% to win the sand. It's not very good odds.
What is that, like running 6s, running 4s?
Plus
Alright.
No.
4, 5.
Alright.
Oh, stupid.
I don't even know how
What
he
is
has
out?
2% here.
250.
I really don't understand that.
Total is 215 all in.
GTO, was it? Talk to me. When you go quiet on the percentages here, I'm
thinking, bro.
worried.
Thinking.
I had tens.
In what world?
I must give him 8.
Surely he's drawing dead, right?
8, there's the 8.
Oh wow. Ek het ook 'n 10s gefold.
Good folds. I mean, it's tough to fold over pairs, but you have to be disciplined. Henny Apple and Rudolph folding their 9s and 10s there.
4, 6.
I don't think anyone would play with 7.
Yeah, you got 7 gives him a full house. So yeah.
2 18.
Carry on, carry on.
I folded 10s. Nick's got 6-4.
I'd love to know what his 2%
No,
is.
you don't want a 7 because
If anyone in the comment
Come
knows
and
what his
put a
2%
spread
is,
for
there.
Nick. Come, I'm
No running
supporting
Maybe
Nick
a
now.
chop?
Lower straight. Oh yeah.
No, but
Thanks.
how? It can't.
No, well, there we go. Ace of diamonds seals it up. GG Nick. Most likely gonna rebuy, right, Nick?
And a 7 came.
Get the straight, yeah? Straight against you.
Brutal. Would have gone in either way if Nick had made it to the river.
I would like it out first.
Pretty bold shove from Nick there, just under the gun, ripping it with essentially a bluff.
I folded.
6 high in a dream.
Just flop that deck open, you'll see 2 18s next to each other.
Yeah,
But that's why we love him.
I'm confused about everything there.
You know what?
The 2%.
Maybe his hand was wrong in the box.
Before I folded, I said I have to give him a 10.
But no, because they said 7 got there, he made the straight, so he did
I
have
have to
6-4.
give him 8, I mean.
I'm just as bamboozled as you, Nick.
Folded 9.
Ah, that feels now.
One of them had to have an 8, I suppose.
No, the
I had to
card's
go all in there
right.
because
Just come
I
back
felt
and
like
reviewed
one of you's got a
it.
bigger
6 of
pair
diamonds,
if it
4 of
comes.
hearts. I
Oh,
just
both
don't
of us had
understand
a
that.
bigger pair.
Because he makes his play.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-3,
Snap call,
Dean
Nick.
Berger, thank you.
Dean
Caught to be
Berger,
So I don't know
wow.
which is
Solving
better.
the puzzle.
The solver.
legend.
We all start calling
Yeah,
you
maar
the solver.
He
You
will
shall
be
be
in the
darned.
box. What are we doing in the box?
What are we doing in the
He
box?
can Mr.
2%.
Poker.
God, but
We
it
should
just
know.
shows you
That's
how we
definitely
overlooked it. Like,
You knew he was going to, you can shove, you can
But anyway,
How
you'll see it
we
on TV. I
overlooked
fold 2 18s.
dum dum.
know you. You said you.
Yeah.
Don't say Nick ran a 3-2. Talk to my GTO wizard over here, bro. He's the one that's
new
supposed to know the
as
shit, not me. I'm just here as the host and the commentator. I'm the monkey in the
And
box.
I don't know what's the word to lose
Or
on
the jack
flop
in the
or
box,
on
whatever you
Nick on
call
the
it.
river.
Right, over to Lam here. Hopefully you can see those queens.
He made it 25. Rudolph made
Very
it
funny, Nick.
I opened, Rudolph made it.
Raise for 7,000.
Leonard running 5s would have given
7,000 to crown.
Gavin Sardini a full house.
U Oaks.
A higher
So
full
he's
Wow.
not
So-
a U Oak.
Yeah, but
7,000
Lottering here with
He's a
ace king
seagull.
suited.
Sorry, meneer.
Wow, that's
Re-raise.
going in either way,
to
Nick.
20,500.
3-bet, 4-bet, 5-bet shove. Something along those lines. I mean, how are these setups tonight?
No,
Nick?
it's,
Wow.
no, but how's the fact that how many 3-bet pots have we
lost
gone to the flop
25
with more than 3 players? 3 or
Yeah,
more players.
that's quite insane. All right, so I'm just opting to flat here and play these queens out of position. Pretty safe flop for queens.
On that flop, not Nick or he folds. There, boom.
So I see that Ryan wants to ask me a question, but fire away.
Still one,
My
yeah?
good man.
500.
Only because it's me and you. I don't want to
Jesus,
put
the
you all in.
fastest I've ever seen Chris run back to the commentary box.
It's only me and you. We haven't had
It's obviously a very poignant question he's expecting.
No, but boys, I just watched your prop bet video.
Donkey, 1 pair.
Pretty damn good.
And you can't fall if I stick you
What
all
prop it
Oh,
video?
black or red?
I will stick
Oh, it was
you
great.
quicker.
What a challenge.
Come, it's black.
It was only me. We haven't had any.
Just that sigh says it all.
The fact that he went up 3-1 and then just got absolutely murdered
Listen,
after
at
that.
least
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, go check out
Dave, at
SunBet
least you
Poker
show
on
that,
Instagram.
not like
Nick and I
other
did a
people
little
follow
prop
my
bet
eyes.
challenge on the stories. So
Jamie will post the
I
link
sit at the
shortly.
table, he
Also,
raised
Jamie,
Queen Jack,
your
I
Instagram
opened,
so
he
is
opened
absolute
big.
fire.
I know what you want.
Against wrong
Yeah,
table,
man.
Queen,
Thanks, brother.
Queen.
I must the ace.
Adam 22 lover. No
Ace
man.
King.
Yeah, but once I check, then I know if you move the door. On the flop, you know, you have to
run the queen.
And look at the turn for me is also good.
Flop, turn,
Ryan, I'm not, to be dead honest with you, buddy, I don't think was I there for the hand? I cannot remember.
He's back.
I don't think so.
No, so he wasn't here. Ryan, if I have to answer that question, technically not really bad etiquette because I mean it's pretty damn obvious. I do agree though, when there is action to come behind you, you should probably not be making those sort of comments. But it's also at the same time, it's riddle-free. The man's having fun, he's enjoying it. I don't think he would know in what situation to be serious and what situation not to be. He's played enough poker in his life. He is still to act, so he does have an opportunity to speak about the hand. But yeah, it is a very interesting question. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, guys, please let us know your thoughts as well. I mean, this is an interactive show.
Yeah, very evidently an interactive show.
So, yeah, we'd love to know your thoughts on that scenario that Ryan posed to me. Nicholas Gore was so kind as to answer on my behalf. Thank you, Nick, for that. But I think you're going to be taking off to shoot some bits like quickly, I think.
Yeah.
The most enthusiastic answer I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, we've got Evan opening up with Ace 8 here. +1 to AK. John coming along with on the cutoff with King 8 or King 10 for calling on the AK.
Talk. Check. Check.
Queen deuce 9. Henny, oh sorry, Evan's still out in front. Oh, speaking of Henny, he's changed. He's made adjustments to his attire. Hey Nick.
7 to call.
Yes, he has. His marketing team from a certain poker group in South Africa sent him the wrong spelling on his shirt. Henny's Apple. Nice. Well done, Henny's Apple. And his incredible wife, who supported him all the way through the grand final table this morning, sat picking away at the S that was embroidered into the shirt to make it Henny Apple, which is the way you spell his name.
But as well as you pointed out, so nicely.
Lots of more?
Sardine.
Yeah, so Young Mags, thank you so much for breaking the entire commentary team with that post. That is, yeah, I've got no words. I'm done.
Just to the viewers out there, please, I want to make it clear we are not laughing at the expense of Mr. Lum.
That's correct, yes.
We just love to see the chat so active, but the chirps are just unreal. Like, it makes our evening a lot more entertaining, but also for the viewers out there, they can jump in the chat. This is what it's about. Get interactive with us. This is why we do this format the way it is. And yeah, this is great.
You know the way I see it is, Nick, I think we've made...
Sorry, I just have to interrupt you guys there. Big hand here, Riddle Free 3-betting with Ace King to 20k from the Undergather +2.
Yep.
Over to the cutoff, Henny Apple, Ace Jack. Will he suss out the opportunity here?
He'll let this one go.
Gavin though could get sticky.
Yeah, I think Gavin might see a flop here.
Problem is Gavin playing out of position. It's going to be quite difficult to navigate, especially ace high boards.
Especially not.
But it's very deep stacked, so...
If any call, I was nervous.
see a flop and evaluate from there.
Yep.
Gavin's been running pretty well as well, so if he finds a jack or a queen,
he finds that gutty.
It'll go check bet call here, I reckon, gentlemen.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Check. $34,000 to call.
So Rudolph bet 70% pot here, and with only a gut shot, not quite sure if Gavin Sardini has the odds to make the call.
Yeah, 34k into 82.
What must I do?
Yeah, he doesn't have the odds there, gents. It's a big bet from Rudolph.
It's like 2.75.
What did you surrender?
He's not getting the right implied odds there.
Yeah.
To make the call, to find that 4 outer.
Well done, Nick.
You know, if there was a hypothetical of like 150 in the pot,
He knew he was
and
right.
you know, that sizing had to come into play there, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
Ace king. And he followed ace jack queen. Lost him. Oh, he's gone. Yeah.
Do you want?
Wat denk je wat dit is dan? Zeven, ja, Miek het ijs 8. Ijs 8, ja.
En queen jack. Nee, king queen.
Hij loopt dit queen jack. Wauw. Ik heb altijd donker uit dit, maar goed. Zeker weet ik. Ja, hij zei.
Ja, hij zei win.
3,000 to call.
Hij zei cruisen. Maar niet ijs 8. Door Harold van hij zo. Ik kan niet dat al laten in de
Raise 7,500.
Right, pretty standard open here. Ace 10 off under the gun. Gavin Sardini opening.
Henny and hijack, king queen O.
Might see a
94 bigs.
3-bet here.
Love to see a 3-bet here.
Henny always drops 4 chips on his cards when he's about to make a
To
bet.
hear what the story behind that is.
One of the most what?
Just kind of like, I'm not folding, you know.
That's another word for bad, trust me.
Exactly. Raise to 23,000.
That's another word for bad.
Oh, I get changed.
Yeah, 3. Sweet, thanks.
Oh, there's Henny. Doesn't count.
Right, so Henny flat calling and Vishal 3-betting here with 9th in the cutoff.
You're only going to play queens. That's it. Lock shop.
Only hand I got you 1 hour in 90 minutes. Me and Doc. Right, Doc? Ace, king and queen.
Right, guys, so we have 15 minutes until we announce the winner of our first piece of kit that we're giving away. Nick's going to be so kind. I think we're going to close the draw 5 minutes before the hour in order for us to put out the names into the generator to randomly select who is going to be scooping that first piece of gear.
And was it a seat and a voucher?
There's 7 or 2 on the floor.
There's a 7, the 2's coming now.
Full seat.
And Vishal missing the betting lead here on this ace-high board. Perhaps giving Henny a lot of aces. I think as a 3-better, it's a pretty good board for him to bet. But action went check. What do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah, I do think Henny should have a go at it.
No, Vishal.
Vishal, sorry, yeah, well, if Vishal checks, Henny should be betting there. Should be taking the lead.
On the turn?
To call.
Yeah, on the turn.
Yeah.
100%. But again, you know, we're going back to this Robin and Vishal finding the set.
You don't have the ace that I know.
Again?
You don't have an ace.
Bit of speech play here. Could
close.
Good to see Mark Joseph in the mix there with the chat. Welcome, Mark.
Listen.
You were
Love
close.
to have you in the booth a little later if you're keen.
He start chirping you. What the fuck do you think he's got? I would have felt as king there. I heard wara. And I know wara, you stuffed, any.
Yeah. Must not talk.
When last have you given me a penalty? It's an hour ago already. You're getting slack, man.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
Penalty.
What must I do?
You took it out, so that's fine.
You took a rotation.
2 rotations probably.
Yeah, close on.
I thought you did a bad job. Gonna do something good.
So I went to have a drink. I said I'm chip leader, so I don't have to play.
Okay.
Because you must a sick dealer. You flop a state versus top set.
Jamie, very interesting table dynamics thus far throughout the session, don't you think?
Yeah, it's been a pretty awesome table so far. Rudolph Fari pulling away massively with that huge double up, flopping a straight against a set.
Wait, I mean, you had one of those earlier,
Oh man,
but
yeah.
you know,
gifted player
still
would've
finding a
won
result.
that.
Well
It
done.
happens.
The gifted player would have won that end.
All right, Stephen Courtney, our runner-up in the grind
I folded.
on the button here, 650. Up we go, 4,000.
Raise to 8,000.
Sorry, 8,000. We're currently at 233.
Is it?
I don't know who the other three are.
So Steven.
Nick here.
Yeah.
That's all
Do the big blind.
The one next to you.
Gavin Sardina with 4-2
Button
clubs.
raise.
Got into the tank.
This table has just been quiet.
Can you
now
imagine
with
Gavin
Nick
kicks
not
back
here.
in? Be amazing to watch. Or to see.
Oh, now it's very hard. Rudolph's close shot. No chance.
I didn't.
All right, to the flop.
close.
Gavin Sardina to speak first. 3 deuce 10. Stephen with a gut shot. Gavin finding bottom pair. And as Jamie loves to point up with those backdoor flush draws.
Of course. It's always important when you can turn additional equity.
Yeah, equity is the name of the game.
10,000.
So Leonard, thank you so much for your entry. We appreciate that. If it is correct, your name will be added to the draw. Bear in mind, guys, we do have other bits that we will be giving away
Done,
and
Nick. Well done,
other
Nick.
questions that we will be asking.
Seeds, please. I just said we miss you, Nick.
Sorry? Hit the board.
We'll get back here.
There was only 2 cards. One. Play better now.
You play better. You play better. The next time you won't have 6-4 but 6-5.
Hit the 7 like a baby. Just in
But if there was 4 outs, I would have hit.
anything, you'd have beaten them.
I thought, okay, he's got ace 8. I can get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have ace 8 there.
Yeah. Change, please.
See what they call in your raises, but 25,000.
Not raise, re-raise. But I didn't expect him to fold anything.
I need
Also, just a big thanks to Mark for
Shouldn't
putting
fold
up the merch that we're giving away. Thank you for that, sir. Appreciate it.
Right, 4 minutes to go, folks, before we close that entries. So do jump in there, comment, like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's get that first prize out there.
Tight now.
Please make sure that you are a South African citizen, that it's easy to get it to you. We are not shipping things overseas unless your name is Kiwi Colleen.
Okay, 1 caller.
We are making arrangements to send you a hoodie just because you are
Did you get caught?
such an incredible supporter of the channel.
No, I went outside, but I'm getting him now. Is he in hand?
No, he doesn't want to play anymore.
All right, just having a look at the Facebook comments, Nick.
7, huh?
7,000. There's a couple of comments there.
Call 25.
Rashad saying, how's it guys? Warm regards to you all. How's it, buddy?
I was just asking how much it
Triple
was.
Chatty, thank you for joining us. And Clive KK, thank you for entering the competition, sir. We appreciate it.
It's not 6-4, eh?
Right.
Not.
Another 5-way
I've got
pot
6-4 beaten.
going on
That's
here.
the only reason why I called.
Let's see. 4, 3, 10, 2 spades, 2 diamonds. What am I saying? Jeez. My glasses are not working.
20,000.
I don't think
Nicky
it will work to begin with.
Yeah, no. Nicky and I pre-flop aggressor betting about 2/3 pot here.
One fold, one caller.
Dion, shot for the shot, buddy. Vishal going to win it. We will pass on that to him, sir. Pretty sure he'll see himself.
Call.
Call.
Caller.
I like the check by Gavin Sardini, but maybe the check raise would have been quite interesting here with top pair.
Also wanted to.
And a couple callers behind.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your opinion there? On a flush draw board, top pair, in the small blind, strong kicker.
Check up it.
You get a couple callers.
Yeah, I mean,
check raise would be pretty juicy.
Check raise would be absolutely fantastic. But I mean, look at this turn card now. Rudolph picking up some additional equity, finding second pair and a flush draw.
100,000.
And Nick picking up
100,000 to call.
what we call as the proverbial nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with the redraw to the flush draw makes his hand extremely powerful. Bets 100k into the pot.
How much you start?
This is quite an interesting spot here.
Yeah, you just bet a
We're
third
looking
of your
at the turn card. We do think Gavin Sardini's check raise would have been absolutely majestic. You know, denying that equity from those straight draws and those flush draws. But looking at Rudolph's answer at the top of the screen, only 6 of them, considering.
Any diamond, yeah.
Any diamond there. 4 on the river. Worst card in the deck. Paired board. Always a problematic one to navigate.
Yeah, especially in a 5-way pot, the big blind is going to be inclined to pretty much call any 2 cards. So there's, strangely enough, a lot of, you know, boats that Rudolph could have here.
Yeah, Nick doesn't like this spot.
He's not scared. Goes for value, 150,000.
Gregory, thank you so much for that comment, buddy. We really do appreciate it, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, Gregory, one of my favorites on the circuit. Good gent, just all around
You
gent.
said it. This time he's playing 5-7.
And look forward to seeing you and catching up with you in Sun City tomorrow.
Yes, boy, come on, my son. I mean, listen, just to point out, another doctor that loves to play this game.
Yeah. Right, folks, that is the official time up, and I'm about to spin the wheel.
We will use Jamie McCarthy to adjudicate this.
No, we'll use my Instagram account to adjudicate this. So please go over to my Instagram account to see who the winner is.
Are you going to go live, Nick?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go live. This is it. See, we learn these things as we're doing this. So to all the viewers out there, if you want to see who wins, please go over to my Instagram story. We are about to go live.
But I'm saying.
So to all the viewers out there, pop onto my Instagram. You're going to see I've added in all the people that got it right. Chad Lawson, unfortunately, you are too late, sir.
Don't forget, we'll be doing
folks.
a few more giveaways tonight. So stick around, don't worry, you'll have another chance later.
I'm going to really miss
Alright, so there you can see the names. Everyone on Instagram, let's go.
I should have put the extra
First bit of
15
kit coming out there.
15 left.
I was not that strong.
Boy, and it creeps over to Ricky Tucker. Well done, Ricky.
Ricky Tucker finding the first piece of merch. Nicely done on the scoop, sir.
Well done, Ricky.
And we will have the next question for you within a couple of minutes.
Awesome stuff there, Ricky. Well done. And please do make sure that you get in touch with us via social
Doesn't
media.
fold.
You can either DM me
Fold that,
or
the
DM the
nuts.
SunBet Poker Tour team
Yeah, you don't
or
know
the
how
Monster
lucky
Jam
you
Poker
were,
Tour
but
team. Just let
anyway.
them know that you have won
Well-
the first prize. I'll make note of it as well,
Rates like potatoes.
and we'll make sure you
made
get
that
that
one
capped
also.
appropriately and accordingly.
Yeah, you
Good
did.
stuff. Gareth Duncan, no, it's not rigged, sir. Devin, it's not rigged. But yeah, nice to see everyone there. Thanks for joining in. Right.
Mr. Guy, thank you so much for sorting that out, buddy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So what should we be giving out next, Nick? What do you think? Maybe,
Alright.
maybe a t-shirt?
I'd like to give a t-shirt out.
Are we going golf or are we going V?
We are going golfer. Let's go golfer
Let's
because
go
it also
golfer.
suits the ladies.
Okay. Also, what would the question be?
So the question tonight's going to be, what is Marco Norkier's
Wait.
special trick? Party trick.
Yes. For
His
all
party
those
trick.
that have been tuned into the stream thus far, since day one, you'll find out. You should know what Marco Norkier's special party trick is. So pop it in the comments, like we did the last time. You have till 5 past or 5 to the hour coming up in order to get those comments in before we do the draw.
And folks, we are not by any means going to tell you. We're not. If you put it into the chat, we're also not going to tell you whether it's right or wrong. You're just going to get entered in if it's
bully
right.
you
If it's
guys
wrong,
now,
unfortunately, we're not going to tell you either.
Got 600.
But you'll certainly know if you follow my Instagram page as we go through this. This is good stuff. We like it. Getting creative.
And have the blinds, please. Keep blind ending. Uni.
All right. Looking at the outer tables there, Nick. There is the 5K Turbo Winner Trophy. And look what we have there. Heads up. The Flag Hunter.
Ah, the Flag Hunter.
And look who he's going up against. He's got Guppy and Vayad.
Nikki. 3,000 to come.
Gee whiskers, you have straight flush.
Someone's gonna raise that.
Everything got straight flush.
Change strategy. Right.
Alright, so it looks like Nick and Roy is, Nick is just a flattened UTG. Gavin Zardini on the cutoff. Coming along. Rudolph.
No limping, boys. Come, Nick.
Burn my 3,000.
200.
No limping.
Wait, 250,000.
Rudolph backing in a bet of
angry.
250k with Queen 3.
He's
Really
gonna be
applying
angry,
that
Rudolph.
maximum
Now
pressure there on everybody.
massive, eh?
And getting it through. Let's see if he shows it.
What, 2-4? Yeah.
Come,
Yeah,
play
it's
with
a little bit of smoke there.
Angry.
Angry.
The great thing about Rudolph, I think.
This is an
Yeah,
angry
he's,
Rudolph.
he's,
I'm
he's
sorry
so good
to
for the
tell you,
game.
So unpredictable as well. It's the best.
happened in the cable?
Nick, you can't close your shop.
That's good.
You're big blind. You're big blind.
The only shop you can close
You don't need big blind. Fix.
is a knock shop.
I've closed the shop.
Where's the Dina?
Martinez, bestelt ons so lang vir ons iets om te drink. Ek wil gou vir Nick op sy plek sit. Listen, I was never flatting there.
No, that's why I said I didn't want to burn my 3,000. I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Let me get out
They
of it.
made me cost these people. It's a good time now to limp with aces, Steven.
Raise to 8,000.
Yeah, to one of my poker mates there, Ray Mustafa WhatsApping me, saying to me, it's 8 to make the 4 of a kind for that previous hand there. Sorry that I missed it at the time, but Ray, unfortunately it's not. It is, we figured it out, it's the 2-3 to make the straight. Because the 8 makes the quads for
The raise.
Gavin Sardini there.
26,000.
Thanks to Ricky. Yes, I did get your Instagram message. I will sort that out for you, no problem.
Wanneer is dit? Die 5-7.
15,000.
Gareth Duncan, you are spot on, sir. That would be, you know, being stuck between a rock and a hard place. It would be an absolute nightmare.
Did I go for your favourite hand, the King Queen?
Ricky, well done again. Pretty sure Nick has received that.
35.
I have been busy responding.
Look at that.
As well in doing all these other goodies here.
Goody gumdrops.
Goody gumdrops.
For anybody that was a big hip hop fan back in the early 2000s, you'll remember that bad boy. Moving on now. Henny Apple with Ace King here against Nick. Oh, sorry, against Ian Lottering's Pocket 8s. We've got the Jack 10 4 6 board. 5 on the river. 8s. Scooping the lot, got the check mark. But let's see what happens. How's Henny up to navigate this river card?
165,000.
Going 165. Overbet pot. Earburn.
Wow.
Tossing it away. Henny Apple
bluff.
showing why he's the grind champion. Putting that additional pressure on there with that slightly larger than pot bet.
Very cool.
Alright, so guys, for those who didn't catch the question, we'll be posting it in the Instagram and putting it to the top very shortly. And feel free to drop your answers in for the next piece of kit, which will be a golfer, golf tee.
875 I would have played.
What's Marcus special terms?
Yeah, so to the viewers out there, this has been the most active chat session we've ever had on this channel. Between 133 viewers, it certainly makes it easier for us to get through this night unscathed, untouched, but also entertained, but also entertaining the guests, but also bringing you guys poker action.
Thank you.
Of the highest quality. We love it. We love to see it. We love to have you guys on, and we do thank you guys for bringing this to us. You know, keeping us entertained as well as yourselves.
So Lum, Nick, sorry to interrupt, and yeah, Lum picking up aces under the gun, making it 9k to go. Blinds are currently at 233. Rudolph Faree coming along with his King Jack. Oh, Henny Apple on the button. Henny might get sticky here, huh? Does he 3-bet? 3-bet fold?
I think it's more of a calling hand if he does want to call.
He just flats. Nick Anoy ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, low suited gapper on the button.
I mean, give Nick Anoy here 6 deuce. Let him run with it.
And Vishal, 4-5 off, getting the price coming along. 5 ways.
Another 5-way. I mean,
5-way to the flop. This is going to be a tough spot for them to navigate, Joe, considering if it comes raggies.
Oh, and there it is.
Wow, Nick Anoy flopping the proverbial nuts.
Rudolph Faree with top 2.
And Lum with his overpair.
I mean, this is going to be fireworks.
Will Lum's glasses help him see the future here?
Lum has flat. Lum's also got a gut shot, boys. Because we forgot. And Rudolph's come along as well. To the turn.
Cheapers, this is such
a
hand.
All of these guys just think they have
Wow,
it.
Lum finding top set. Nick finding the stone cold nuts. And Rudolph having 2 pair.
Maybe those glasses are helping him see the future here, gents.
It's going to be a bit of a tough spot for Lum. Goes call by the looks of it. To the river.
Wow.
Board pairs, Lum scoops. I mean, imagine a king or a jack on the river here.
That would be brutal.
Or the deuce of spades, no help to anybody. 183 in the middle. Nick Anoy, 571k behind. Could go for a big bet here, Jamie.
Yeah.
Looks like he's reaching for that yellow. That yellow, ladies and gentlemen, is a 100,000 rand chip, or 100,000 tournament chip.
Yes.
Should I say? 100k. Lum shaking his head.
I mean, Lum finding a fold here as well is pretty good.
I'm so
pretty
used
good.
to giving my tips to you.
Wow. GG Lum.
Rudolph
calling. And he's going to get the bad news.
We called.
I flopped it.
Oh, yeah, look.
Nice.
Look,
10, Jack,
look.
King.
Look,
And Nick up to 850k now after just recently re-entering.
How's he like 2.5x starting?
Wow, yeah, in what, how many hands? 3 hands he's played? I mean, he really knows how to pile in
Now
those
the game
chips.
changes.
Now the game changes and he's not wrong. He is going to be opening super wide and just giving everyone as hard a time as possible. I mean, we had Marco Nokia and Max Jefferson both in the box earlier in the series, and both of them said that Nicky Hanoi is their worst player to play against. Like, it's their least favorite player to play against because he can just own your soul with any 2 cards, and yeah.
I mean, Marco went on as far as to say that you know, he had something ridiculous like 7-1 heads up. Oh wow, and there you have it, folks.
What did you call it?
Dominic French winning the Turbo Challenge and securing that flag. You know, 100%. It's a flag event, and it's just impressive to see the fact that he said to me on one of our walks back to the hotel rooms that when he got to a certain point
this is a good
and he wanted he's straight on to the next country, so that'll take him up to a very impressive 11, and yeah, that's great news.
I'm saying that.
Jy gaan betydsfees om my exit te sien.
I put you on the screen already. I said
No, but the ace saved you. Because you were both going to call me at the river.
Yeah.
Don't give me the aces now.
How much is that?
I don't mind
much. Get it, do it square.
Right, Rudolph just ripping an insane amount of blinds here. And I mean, there's no world where Stephen Courtney can call this off for...
And you know what the sad reality is here for Stephen?
For 70 big blinds.
They literally just picking on him from early on, from the comments that have said. Literally. That's the only reason why Rudolph is doing this. He said to Stephen, come take my blinds. Please take my blinds. And he's just ripped it in here.
Why? Why do you fall?
Gents, it looks like this is going to be the last hand before the break of some sort.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Did you beat 7-9? Well played.
That's okay. Small blind.
Who's buying the whites?
You didn't have 7 now. You had
don't worry, I'll fix them. I'll do them.
I had 7-9. I'm shipping now. I'm on tilt.
Yeah, it's enough.
Steve, you're in the big blind.
I'll take
the big blind.
Any bet at the pens, it probably looks like a bluff. You're betting a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, you're going to buy you a set, they're going to buy you anyway.
Steve.
If you bet like 50, 60.
No, man, you're gesaved. No.
Better chance to bet out.
Gavin Sardini here, Ace King suited, beautiful premium hand. Under the gun +1, certainly gonna raise this up.
7-5 after this hand.
And looks like we've got one last hand before the 15-minute break here. I think the hand was dealt a little bit late.
Penny Apple, 8-5 with diamonds.
And we were chatting to Max Davison about this. Some players play a lot wider right before the break, and others play a lot tighter, which is quite an interesting little dynamic that I never picked up on before. And yeah, I think it's quite interesting.
So Jamie, I think I'd like to go into a bit of a conversation when we get back from the break in regards to what happened earlier this evening when we played the little tournament online. And the spots that we were in, and the thought process that we went through, you went through, you know, just to give people an idea of how we can adapt through there, especially when we're going on towards the bubble stage. To give them an idea also on how we could expect players to navigate those spots going forward, especially in this event.
Sure.
Right.
Sounds pretty good.
That is a big flop for Gavin Sardini, should I say. Not necessarily big, I mean, he's still out in front, 85% of the equity. No one's really got much of nothing.
Much of anything.
Oh, yeah. Much of a muchness. Much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that, Jamie?
No, sir.
Nick might remember that
15.
from his English class back at school.
What is that?
Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, it was a Shakespeare poem or something like that, or a story, short story, I
That's
think.
it.
Yeah. Right, folks.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
Did you show me? You didn't
Check
even
you
eat.
back in 15 minutes.
Bye-bye.
It's coming on the third.
Time ala hawa yitso la mampatli. Wa mfrostan. Wetsa ka bu. Okay, where can I get the
Make it quick, please, so that we can chip up.
Thanks, bro.
4,000. 4.
Yeah, you see, he waits until I fold.
Yeah.
10,000.
You shouldn't fold, Rudolph. You said if I raise, you're going all in.
Yeah, but I flipping had to act first. If I'm last to act, I'm all in. But I've seen my competitor. Bad luck, Nick.
Check a bit. 15.
Bad luck, Nick.
Dog is too good. Don't beat dog. Ah, check.
Both checked. Check a bit. $50. Cards on their backs, please.
Nothing in the front.
That's talent.
I make it happen.
All right, and we are back, folks.
Back
Live from a 15-minute break.
Small and big blind.
We have the unfortunate pleasure of having
playing,
Stephen
man. I
Courtney
was
in the
making
box.
show
A
for the
little bit
team.
of a spoiler alert. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone.
Not a problem at all. Stephen, a little bit miffed about an incident that's coming up, but that's what we love about this. We can drag some players into the box that can come talk live about their hands, talk live about situations. Steve, the viewers want to know more a little bit about the grind early on. Talk to us about that change of form, running so deep in that tournament, and then the heads-up battle.
Thanks. Well, yeah, so today I came second in the grind, and it was a 3-day event, 1 hour
10,000.
level, so it really was a grind. And yeah, I went to the start of day 3 today. There were 5 left, we were all on
10,000.
money, and I was the bottom stack with 10 blinds. And managed to win a couple of blinds with a couple of well positioned shoves. Got up to a stack that I could play with, and then managed to last until
10.
heads up against Henny, and
Didn't I
then
say
Henny
1
took me
million
out in
at the
heads
end
up.
of the
And I'm
day?
very happy with the results. Nice to get a decent cash
How far you
and a good result after a very dry spell for quite a prolonged period. So it's nice to get a result.
Yeah, we were starting to get a little bit worried about the arid desert that was forming in the Stephen Courtney trophy cabinet, but it seems like that the form is starting to change there. Obviously wanting to go after the trophy, which I absolutely love. I think it's hella impressive that that you had that opportunity, and also the fact that you just decided, you know what, let's play for the trophy. You know, talk to me about that decision making.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to play for the trophy. Obviously, there was a lot of money on the line. It was 172,000 for first and 105,000 for second. So we had a bit of a discussion and thought about maybe smoothing the prize down to maybe 150, 120. Henny talked about doing an ICM. We were both on a very similar chip stack, so there wasn't much difference in the ICM. But if we did the ICM, he would have taken the title there on the spot and taken the trophy. And I wanted to play for the trophy. I want to win a trophy outright and put it up on my mantelpiece and be proud of it. So we decided to play.
No, absolutely. And you know what? I don't think there's a single person in the poker community that will disregard that decision in any form. You know, we like to see live poker. We like to see good heads-up games. You know, because we don't see a lot of it in South Africa. Not good, good ones per se. Yeah, it was just great to see. It's a pity it only lasted 3 hands. Kings and then ace-6 and then the unfortunate 10s into queens. Pretty brutal there. All right, over to action here. Gian Richards opening with King Jack to 9k, and now I'm calling with
it forward first. She's got
King Queen suited, my favorite hand. And Rudolph obviously coming along, Jack 4. Courtney, take us through this for the rest of the action here.
All right, well, it's quite interesting. Also interesting that Nick is not in the hand. He's been playing every single hand,
and as you can see from that previous hand where he had the 4-2 and hit runner 2s to take a big hand there, and that's his typical style. So these guys will be a bit relieved that he's not in the hand. And
I check.
We can see here that Nahum is in the lead.
Check of it.
There's 3 diamonds on the board, so they're a bit concerned about that.
How much?
14.
Because it's you.
A lot of banter taking
14,000
place.
below.
I've been sitting at this table. There's a lot of banter between the players. Everyone's trying to get into everyone's heads. The guys spoke a lot to me as well about jokingly saying that every time I raise, they're going to shove me all in. So I was very aware of that and had to be very careful about the positions I took.
Yeah, it seemed like they were in the beginning gunning for your.
It was the case. We can see here.
Check of it.
Lam is definitely
cards on their backs,
in the lead,
please.
and the other, and he's going to take it down.
Close to any stage.
Yeah, so Steve,
Oh my word.
the discussion of the night has been the incredible glasses of Nam Lam on his face. Talk to us what it's like playing against a guy that has glasses that have been referred to as the Oppenheimer set glasses.
Well, you can't see his eyes, and I guess that's the intention.
Small and with blind, please.
It's quite a new thing. He's only started doing that in the last 2 series.
I noticed that Pretoria was the first time, I think actually in the high roller there as well, was the first time we saw him come with his glasses, and he hasn't stopped since.
Yeah, he never used to wear glasses. I enjoy wearing glasses as well. It's a personal thing. Some people like it, some people don't. For me, it just helps me more just with my concentration and to stay in the zone. And
I was worried
it's very polarizing. Some people are very for it, and other people are very against it. I heard Max on the commentary previously saying that he's not a fan.
The irony of the fact that you're saying it's polarizing to have those glasses. Come on, Stephen.
Cracking them.
I also wanted to ask you, yours in the camera seems to be very reflective.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you not concerned about people being able to see the reflection of your cards in them?
No, I've tested it, and I believe at the angle they can't see it. But let's talk about this hand. This is an interesting hand because Nick wakes up with 10s, and he's been running extremely hot. You can see he's almost at $1 million. He jokingly said when he came to the table with 300 that he'll only be happy when he gets over $1 million. And he's been racking up the chips.
Me and you make good TV.
Rudolph doesn't believe and is also willing to put his chips at risk, so he goes all in with 4s.
Can you please pause
hoping that Nick doesn't have it.
I want 2 callers.
I mean, Rudolph just absolutely rips it in here. The man is hilarious. And I think he had a couple of celebratory drinks tonight as well, which is great to see. Him enjoying himself around the table there. And let's see what happens here.
And of course, he's so polarized. There's no way to read his range.
Cards on their backs, please.
You can't read a range with him. It's 100%.
I think he's going to get a bit of a shock here when he says hold up. He generally thinks he's ahead, but to his shock, he sees Nick's 10s.
Give him a sweat, a proper sweat.
And you can hear Rudolph in the background, full of banter.
Right to the flop here. 10s v4s. Jack, 3 deuce.
Oh, bad luck.
Yes.
They haven't even got a club to cover.
We need a club.
It's quite entertaining sitting at that table, I can tell you, with all the banter taking place.
King of clubs on the turn.
No, I also haven't got a club.
Only 2 outs there for Rudolph on the river.
How do I miss to Nick?
And he misses it.
And that takes Nick over his $1 million target.
Insane. It is just incredible to see how he built that stack up, he navigated it. What is it like playing against a guy that has no range? You can't put him on a range.
It's very, very difficult because you know that when you enter a hand, he'll
See it
be
open.
in the hand. And when you decide to go in with an ace-jack or
I knew he was going to do
ace-x or even a pocket pair, you just know that even though he's playing any 2 cards, he can hit a 2 pair or hit a straight, and it happens so often. at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's very tricky.
Would it surprise you if I told you last
Mr. Henny,
night
your big blind.
on your guys when you went down to 500 in your grind
Quickly get 5.
that his reported VPIP
Mr. Nick, may I have change?
was 60%?
Yes, it is.
I actually thought it was higher than that.
Thank you.
There we go, 1 million plus.
I mean, for all the non-poker players out there and viewers that might not know what VPIP is, that's voluntarily put in pot. It's basically referring to the ability of a player to put in chips other than blinds into a pot. And any time a number of VPIP goes above 35%, you generally refer to the player as loose. All right. Stephen, what sort of a name do we come up for Nick? Because it's beyond loose.
It's he's in his own
special.
He's in his own category, and it's working for him. I mean, the same thing happened in the grind. He built up a massive stack. Let's just talk about this hand because this is a significant hand for me, and you'll see why in a second. So my thinking was, I know that every hand I play, he's going to be in, and if I raise, he's going to probably raise me.
Oh, wow.
And I woke up with pocket nines. I'm in early position or mid position, and I decide to just shove it. Now I've got almost 100 blinds. This is a very unorthodox move, and I figure if he's got his 7-3 or 4-5 or whatever he has, he's going to instantly fold. Unfortunately, he's woken up with jacks, which puts me in a very terrible spot. And now we can see Gavin's also having a big think. I don't think he's put the cards in the box.
Yeah, so don't give away too many spoilers just yet. But if we don't see what he has, you can inform the viewers out there, because I know you found out.
It concerned me when he was thinking. I thought, oh dear, maybe he's woken up with something. I wasn't too worried about Nick. I was pretty convinced he was going to fold at this stage. I would never shove this amount of chips in a normal situation, but we've got 3 very aggressive players at this table. We've got Gavin, we've got Rudolph, and we've got Nick. And I just thought I would adjust my play.
You don't need to have options.
Not a good move in hindsight.
You have full board.
It doesn't look like we're going to see what Gavin has, but he did tell me that he had pocket 10s.
May I have one time bank, please?
Yeah, John out the way, yeah.
And now Nick makes a decision. You can hear what he's saying.
Yeah, I want to count, but I'll probably call.
He knows he's calling.
Already.
85.
And this is one of the times I'm praying for a set.
388.
For a 9 to land.
What does he do that with?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a cruising question after this, because it's only to enlighten my poker knowledge and the viewers out there. I certainly don't sit up here pretending that I'm a poker analyst by any form or means. I'm merely the host and commentator of the show to keep the flow going. We've got Jamie and Chris to do that, but I do like to ask the hard questions, so we'll get to that after we see Nick slowly and agonizingly making the call here. Obviously. But I think that also goes to your guys' history a little bit, which we'll touch on after this hand.
Steve, I mean, the thoughts here with him not snap calling.
Please have one
was there a little glimpse of hope?
No, I'm pretty worried at that stage.
Fair enough.
Pretty strong feeling he's going to call me. Even calling me light. I mean, he's got 1.1 million chips, and I've got 1/3 of it, just under 400. But I see his jacks and my heart
he's going to call me anyway, so.
But this was just a major adjustment that I made for this particular table, and because of the way Nick was playing, I figured I've got to shove this, because if I raise it, I'm going to end up getting a massive pot that I might end up losing. So I thought, let me be safe and shove, but obviously it was not the correct way to play this hand.
And that unfortunately saw the end of your high roller for today. Steve, I'm guessing you're going to be jumping back in tomorrow, taking the night off, having a little relaxation, going for your morning routine run from your spot to the Valley of the Waves for a little cheeky dip, and then a run back.
Yeah,
spotted in the wild, Stephen Courtney.
Got some moves, please.
That I did win a nice cash this morning, so I was not planning on using it, but I will jump in again tomorrow morning, and I'll go for a run. I do enjoy my exercise, and I'm using the golf course as a
amazing. Apparently a perfectly
But
laid out 5k run alongside the course as well.
Absolutely, and if you go early enough, there's no one on the golf course, so I ran down the middle of the fairway, and sometimes run into a herd of monkeys, the birds, and
I prefer you in front and not behind. But
I was going to say, stay away from the Lost City one because apparently there's a lot of alligators in that
Yes,
one.
exactly.
Stephen, I need to ask you the hard
me
question here.
behind. Doesn't sound
Why? Why would you risk
Big blind.
with your nines, with so many players behind such a big stack? I get that you're targeting Nick, but surely you've got to be cognizant of what action lies behind you. You're aiming to pick up 10,000 chips that are in the middle. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can help me answer this question. I know you said you did make the adjustment, but we all know that's not the right play in the long run.
There was no way.
4,000.
I think I got caught in the moment. It's definitely
11,000.
That's just to make sure how much I have to catch up.
would not do it on another table. I think
if you didn't limp into the or come into the hand there, I would have probably called.
Being raised most of the time when I am in the hand and observing Nick
11,000.
these amazing straights with rubbish affected me, and I
Sit open.
just decided to shove and try and play it.
Yeah.
But it was a complete mistake.
Okay.
Should never,
All right.
never shove nines.
11,000.
100 blind.
We can
7,000
appreciate
more
that.
score.
And
That's how you learn.
yeah, 100%. And
Expensive mistake.
On a roll, right?
certainly paying your school fees.
Definitely.
Never, huh?
Look, I'm
Yes.
still new to the game. I've been playing for 3 years.
It's incredible, and the results you've pulled out of the hat is unbelievable. I think it pays testament to the work you put in on and off the felt. So certainly South Africans respect that. I think that's, for me, one of the biggest things, watching that from the side of the table at that stage. We hadn't gone into the commentary box, but watching the comments and the chirps that the guys are throwing at you, they clearly picked up that you're a strong player, that you've targeted them in the past,
13,000.
which you clearly saw here. You tried to do with Nick, and unfortunately ran into a little bit of his
Reverts and
form.
moves, please.
But how do you go about
Thank
this
you.
going forward? How do
Small and
how
big
do you
blind.
absorb that sort of pressure that comes in? Because table dynamics is a huge part of poker. How do you go about navigating that sort of a pressure field that's applied right in the beginning?
It was a good fold.
Look, there was a lot of banter on the table, and it doesn't bother me. I just
At this stage of
absorb
the
it
game,
and
it's a
give
good
it back.
fold. I don't need to risk my
I quite
stack.
enjoy the
2,000,
banter.
Mr. Nick.
But I think that shoving the nines was definitely a result of the banter and of the play against Nick. Look, I played with him for 2 days in the grind. He was at my table for 2 days, and same as what you're seeing at the moment with these huge wins
The thing is,
with
it was the
hitting
right
straights
fold. The
on
fold
the
was
river.
right.
And so I think that was just naivety on my side. But yeah, in general, I think you just need to know your player. You need to be able to adjust
4,000.
to play. I played extremely tight in the grind because of that, and folded a lot.
But I know
And
the
yeah, I was
best
doing
he
well
had was
today.
ace
up
king.
until
Kevin,
that
4,000.
fateful mistake.
That's
That's the thing
exactly
about
what I said to
poker. Anyone can win on the
Give
day.
him ace king, ace
Obviously,
queen,
skill
or
is
a
very
pair.
important, but there's a luck aspect, and we can see Nick getting super lucky at the moment, but also playing his own style, and it's working for him, and it's very clever, and he knows that when people
But the
that
problem
are
is, if it's just the
tight,
two
or
of
like
us,
myself,
maybe,
that's
but there's
perhaps
still 3 players
waiting
to
for
come.
the premium hands like the ace jack. He knows that when he
2-4
goes in
now,
with 7-5 suited,
Nine.
7-8, he's got a very
9,000.
good chance of taking down the hand, especially if low cards come. So that's his style.
So clearly chatting to you here, history does come into it. Obviously you played 2
9,000.
straight days, but we also all in the poker community know Nick and his range and his ability to play any 2 cards. Okay. How much does it play on you going forward? Do you adjust big time for him? We all know obviously
Nice game. I got rid of the Cowboys.
you cannot put Nick Yanoy in a box
Thank you.
of any sorts.
Yeah.
Okay. What adjustments other than jamming nines tonight do you make on the play?
Let me just say, to start off with it, I respect Nick a hell of a lot. I think he's an incredibly good player. He's been playing for many years, and he knows the game extremely well. I know that he knows the ranges. He can read the game very well. He can put people on the hand very well, and he knows how to fold. He's also folded some very good hands as well.
I'm just going to hand over to Chris here to take us through this action, and we'll pick up on that shortly.
Yeah, so, I mean, pretty stuck down. It looks like Nick's open head. He's flat to the button. Vishal has come along with his 8-7 of hearts. 2 hot flop, king high board. Nick finding second pair. Henny with a gutty.
15.
And Vishal with the flush roll.
15.
31 in the middle, 15 bet by Nick, 15 call. Henny getting a little bit of a price here to try and find one of those 4 cards, Stevie, for his straight. Let's see what he opts to do. Henny's also been super unorthodox. You played with him a long time for the last, well, for the 2 days that you played in the grind. I mean, not your conventional player.
Henny?
Yes.
Yeah, no, Henny did incredibly well in the grind to take the win, and very solid player as well, and also very patient, and also can read the table very well. Be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, Henny finding top pair here on the river, but not the nicest board for him. You know, that straight draw does complete. The wheel does complete too. So, you know, if you're Chad Moorman and you're playing 5 deuce, you do find it there on the river. But let's see as well. Nick also a bit sticky.
Yeah, he's got the queen.
And he's got that jack in his hand as well. So we're blocking Jack 10. Do you think he bangs in a bit of a raise here?
You can see he's thinking hard about folding.
Check, flush draw, ace.
But action's over to Henny there, and Henny just lets that go, even though he has the check mark next to his name.
Interesting.
Yep.
Nick looks like he's away.
And Nick lets this one go as well.
I mean, look at Michelle taking the initiative here with his 7-8 hearts, flush draw not missing, turning his hand into a complete bluff, and you know, getting the best of it to put it into the muck.
Yeah, so Steve, just getting back to that, you know, talking about history of players. We obviously know with Nick there's been history, but you know, you respect him as a player. How do you go about that, incorporating that sort of play?
So just focus on my own game, play my own game, focus on being patient, trying to not overvalue or overplay hands. I've got a very different style to Nick. And also just focus on all the players at the table, watch the positions, and just focus on my own game and play each hand on its merit and not get impatient.
My next point I want to make, sorry Steve to interrupt you there, whilst we on the chat about some sort of a history, Henny Apple, okay, we saw on the stream 2 extremely different players on 2 different days. Day 1, he was passive, he was quiet, he was limping hands where he should have been 3-betting every single time, according to GTO. And then day 2 comes along, and the man plays like a possessed demon. You know, where did you see the change in his game come along?
2 diamonds, 2 spades, and a club.
You're talking about in the grind?
Yeah, in the grind.
Draw, I said.
Well, when I played on day 2, he had an average stack, and he was waiting, biding his time. He's very good at bluffing at the right spots, very good at choosing his spots. But I think he took a more conservative line initially. But certainly there were a couple of bluffs. There were a couple of bluffs where I actually caught him out, and I know there was a couple that he got through. So yeah, I would just say he's a good all-round player. He has that ability to adjust. Very effective.
Thank you.
So looking at the action here, gentlemen, sorry to interrupt here. Gian picking up pocket 3s on the hijack, making 9k to go at 2-4-4, going for the 2.5x. Ball's coming out, queen 10-8, 2 diamonds.
Interestingly, Lum is 15. In his hand. I don't know what he has, and we do apologize about 15. That. Maybe, I think actually what's happening is this is Vishal's. No, there we go.
There we go. Lum flopping top 2. Nick flopping top pair with a gut shot. Ace on the turn.
Check over.
Could be quite a tricky spot here. Lum goes check. Lum finding boat on the river. 63 in the middle. I do think Lum is going to fire a small-ish bet here.
And that ace will probably slow Nick down a bit.
Sorry, he bet 75. He overbet river. As you said, super polarizing. Forgive the irony. But, it's, Nick's folded.
Yeah.
And Lum picking up that little pot there.
I know.
Yeah, you can see Lum's on a little bit of a
D-button
average
moves,
stack
please.
at the moment, I think 330, so he's doing okay. Earlier there was a hand where he had pocket aces, and he had turned the ace, so he had to set the aces. But Nick had the queen which gave him the nut straight. I actually folded a queen as well, so I was watching that hand unfold.
Brutal.
Very disappointed that
Still on the small blind.
I was out of that hand.
Well, look, Nick did flop the proverbial nuts on the flop, and then turned obviously the bigger nuts. But yeah, certainly a spot where you could see his form changing. I mean, the fact that it came King Jack for Rudolph, top two pairs. Okay, aces for Lum, turning the ace, and Nick sitting there at Queen 9 off and just finding absolute nizzle of the flop, King Jack 10, and getting a lot of money into that.
It was incredible watching those hands unfold. I was shaking my head in disbelief just at the fact that he was hitting it. But yeah, he ramped up his chip stack very impressively.
It is so funny. In the beginning of this stream, we said this is such an exciting table because we get to sit here and watch all of these players play. Some loose players, some professional players, some tight players. A guy like Gian loves to grind these sort of tournaments. But every time, I would actually love to see a statistic on it. I don't think we keep that sort of stat. But
all in.
How many times there's more than 3 players in a 3-bet pot involved going to the flop?
Well, this is an interesting hand because you can see here the table has adjusted because of Nick pretty much on the table. You get a caller, and it's a limp all the way around. Everyone's scared to raise because they know that Nick's potentially going to raise over them. But in this case, Eben, who was in the big blind, who woke
Small
up
and big
with
blind.
jacks, decides to squeeze and he gets it through. So good move from him.
Interestingly, Imran Bajani taking your spot there, Steve. Is there a little bit of like irony behind the situation here? I guess we'll find out at the end of the stream. Let's see what happens to him in that seat.
No, I think it's a good seat. I think we'll discount that one shove that I did with the 9s. I'm sure Imran will hold his own at that table.
You know, for me, in my tournament careers, as short as it's been, and you know, I've never really been in your position where you've tried to take it as professionally as you have. You know, the turning point for me in my poker tournament career was somebody once said to me, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but they said, limit the amount of mistakes that you make in a tournament. And when you go home and you analyze the mistakes, that's what you analyze. You don't analyze the good hands. The good hands, you give yourself a pat on the back and you move on. But it was the mistakes, number one. But also number two, the amount of times you expose yourself all in
9,000
needs to be limited. What has been 2 fundamentals for you?
All right, we'll get to that. So Nick's just woken up with aces.
I mean, this is normal. This is absolutely normal. Gian opening up with 3s there plus 1. Nicky and I coming up with aces, as Stephen pointed out, on the hijack. And he's just flattened.
It's quite incredible. And also each one of those hands, earlier with the 10s and then with the jacks, and now, well, we don't know yet about the aces, but he's won massive stacks, massive chip pots on each of those hands, which has been quite incredible.
Can we just take a moment here just to take into consideration how villainous this is what he's doing. Just flatting aces on the hijacks, Gian's open plus 1.
Yeah, it's a dream scenario for him. But let's see what Johan does.
He's going to c-bet here. Looks like it's
15,000.
15k. Nick's just going to flat. I really hope he's just going to flat. Which he does. You know what the stiffest card on the turn is? It's either 6 or the deuce. Okay, 4, slow down the action a bit. But I mean, if you're going to bet flop, you're going to bet turn in this instance. I think this is where Nick really puts down
23.
the hammer. Should at least make about 80 or so.
Yeah, Nick.
No, he just calls. Very interesting, very interesting. Maybe he's going to set it up. River. To the river we go. Jack of diamonds. Nothing gets there. Jack doesn't really change much. John's going to find it difficult to call this bet, yeah?
100.
100,000.
No, I think he's going to fold that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, that's what I said. It's going to find it pretty difficult to find this call, yeah? As he loses to everything. The only thing he can really, in his mind, if he had to make the call, was he has some random heart draws that have missed there.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the Jack X's of hearts get there. He could have some king queens, king 9s. no, King 9 gets it as well. King 8s, King 7s.
And I said the chip went here to bed.
Correct.
He loved the
can see the
9,000.
expressions on the
And they
people
took
on the
them
table,
now. I had
looking
some.
at those aces being turned over and disappeared.
Yeah, everyone's like, wow, did he really just do that? Because I mean, if you look at the standardized way of playing that spot, we're always looking
he's
at
going to
3-bet.
go.
Always looking at 3-betting in position, especially from the undergun +1 open.
Small and big
Who is that?
blind,
Guppy. Obviously another
There,
big
Gups.
Guppy.
And good old Vessel there with him.
And Jack killed my
Oh, the
Very small
classic
blind.
handshake. How's
2000.
that, bud? Are you there? You're right.
4-4.
Stephen, getting
He was
back
gonna
to
bet I was
two
gonna make this
fundamentals,
double race.
two of your biggest fundamentals in poker tournaments. What have they been and why?
Okay, so being still fairly new to poker, I mean, one of my favorite philosophies that I live by is never be afraid of failure, but never make the same mistake twice. So I'm continuously banking the mistakes, and believe me, in poker, you continuously
4,000.
making mistakes. But that's all learning opportunities, and as long as you don't repeat the same mistake and learn from it and move on, that's how you get better. So yeah, I'm continuously striving to improve. Still got a long way to go.
Almost 2
And
million.
yeah, I think
That's your first
studying
folding
the
2
game
hours
is part of
and
the
20
I have
what
those
you need
cards,
to do.
please.
And
Maximum
yeah,
20.
keep practicing.
And your second biggest fundamental.
10,000.
There surely has to be two big fundamentals for your poker tournaments.
Volume.
10,000.
Volume is
8,000 more
required.
to call.
And just practicing, and also, I mean, talking to players and speaking to people that are better than you, comparing hands, and just discussing different ways of playing a hand and how it could have been played better. So I think that's probably one of the best ways to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. And, you know, getting involved in local tournaments, we can't mention clubs up here, but certainly local tournaments to help you get those volumes.
Yeah,
very good way to do it.
Absolutely, and I'm trying a little bit of online play as well. Online is very different to the last game, obviously. I enjoy the tells and the interaction. But it's also a big part of the game is the online play.
Yeah, of course. 100%. I mean, Steve knows that. We've been fortunate enough to play a lot of tournaments together over the last couple of years. You know,
I'm going to play my reads.
Big thanks to the guys that organise those tournaments for us. And, yeah, I'm keen to battle with you, but we always seem to have a good time playing against each other.
Check a bit.
I feel like when Jamie's not here, he doesn't understand the reference. You'll probably get this. Remember the very marked
51.
adverts? The guy, the bald guy with the glasses, always trying to sully the blender.
Yes.
I feel like that, homie, sometimes. You know, putting in action spots.
All right, so Imran here is having a big think. He's only got an 8, and he's trying to decide if Jehan is bluffing. But Jehan
When
has
we're
the
going to
king.
play extra level after this, do they change it?
Oh, I think he's finished it after this.
Yeah, no.
He could potentially turn this into a bluff, but yeah, he's going to let it go.
Yeah, just cool, calm, collected. Imran
Oh, the field's
Bajani
not
coming
all that big, so-
33rd in the WSOP of 2022 with a cash of $262,000. Steve, what would that sort of money do for you right now?
It's amazing. It's
Small
everyone's
and big
dream. I mean,
blind.
last year at WSOP there were, I think, 5 or 6 South Africans that final table. Each one of them making $60,000 or more. And it's life-changing money for a South African to make a final table at WSOP. I'm very fortunate that I'm going to Vegas in June, July.
Amazing.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Can I ask you a
Mr. Nick
favor? I
Maggot
don't
changed
know
this.
if it's your vibe. Your social media. Can we get your social media game on point before you go across so we can follow your journey?
Well, possibly. Look, I'm quite old school. I don't have much of a social media presence.
Me neither, to be fair. This is my first
4,000.
weekend away that I've really focused on social media, getting interactive, getting people going. It really helps with support. It really helps get those people behind you that you want to get behind you. You know, it's the people in your lives that matter, that will follow, but it's also people that are interested in following you that will follow. I know
10
it
seconds.
sounds almost like cliche
It's there.
for that matter, but it's a good way for us back home here. So you don't have to voice note me every day. I know I always message you whenever I see you have a good result on that side. Always happy to do so. But I think for the general populace that would like to follow you, you know, we always want to see South Africans doing well, especially Cape Townians. I'm a little bit biased, obviously, because I'm Cape Townian myself.
Okay, so Annie is just called in the under the gun. Normally you would consider
10,000.
putting in at least a min raise, but again he's got Nick sitting on his left, and he's being more conservative. Nick obviously will play and raises to 10, and then you get callers, call. They consider Nick's range to be so wide, so Imran's calling with 9-6 and Ewan's on the button with Jack-6, so not the greatest of hands.
Yeah, I feel like I'm waiting for Drew Carey to pop out. Like we're on the Price is Right. For anybody who knows American TV shows, that's.
But come on, this is a long game, you know what I mean?
But yeah.
So there's a lot of this 4 or 5 to the flop
10,000
on this table because of the aggression, and so people are preferring to rather see a flop for cheap and then play post flop. That's what's happening on this table.
But it is so great for us as viewers and commentators to see this, because it creates so much action to commentate on.
And plus, like we have an additional bit of action here. You can watch JD eat
often do you give
in the corner. If you look on the stream, there he is. We're getting the play-by-play.
So very interesting is the outer tables are playing with a very different style. You've got Clayton, you've got a few of the other players that are playing a much more solid GTO kind of game, and there you'll see a standard raise and a 3-bet, perhaps at most 1 caller.
So yeah, this goes back to the classic GTO versus exploitative.
Thank you, small and big blind.
In a sense.
Yeah, so you have to adjust to the players, and obviously these guys are on the feature table are treading carefully because they know what Nick can do, and Nick's sitting there with a monster stack of 1.5 million chips, so he's not afraid to play every single hand.
I think the record, or what I saw the stats show there, is 374 big blinds. I mean, that's astronomical. At this level, I mean, the average stack around the table looks to be about like 70 big blinds. The man's sitting at 374, and by no means a small feat. Like, I mean, it's just, well, there you go, 371 big blinds. It's astronomical.
So I'm predicting he calls. I thought he'd raise 10.
He's changing it up. Unpredictable.
11.
Jehan with exactly the same hand in the small blind. Probably just called this. Having a big think.
No, I'm talking about the one with
7,000 more to call up to 11.
Yes.
Oh.
No, I said it.
It's 11.
So much.
Oh, I did say.
I don't want you to call.
Okay, so he raises to 11, gets called by Nick. So let's see if he can outplay the other post. Alright, so they both got something for this flop.
Once he checks, I'm in.
Small blind checks.
Check of it.
Checks.
10.
Both have a gut shot.
We're catching up.
Jack completes the straight.
Cards.
There you go, gentlemen. They open them up and they chop in. Alright, folks, it's that time of the night, and guess what? We only had 5 people that got this right. It is the draw that everyone's been waiting for. It's the hoodie that we are giving away tonight. Stephen, we've been running comps every hour on hour, giving away apparel.
Thank you, small and big blind.
Ricky Tucker winning a cap for the first hour, and the second hour now we're giving away a hoodie. So for all of you that saw earlier on, I go live on my Instagram reel. Stephen, this is a note that you can learn on how to grow your profile. People want to see you doing things live. It's a good way to do it. So folks, head over to my Instagram page, NJ Gara, to watch the draw happening live. So yeah, as you can see, only 5 names. And we're going to do the live draw right now. Good luck to everybody involved.
4,000.
No, it's not overkill. It's just
And it looks like Chad Lawson all the way in Cape Town. Well done, Chad. Good friends of ours, long-term friends. We were friends at school. Coming in there and answering that one correctly. Well done, Chad. Super stoked for you, buddy. I'll be bringing that hoodie home for you all the way to Cape Town. Stephen, you've played against Chad quite a few times actually at our local tournament club, so you do know him well.
9,000.
Maybe I'll get you to present him the hoodie. It'd be quite cool, and post that onto our SunBet Poker Tour page when we get back to Cape Town.
So interesting here, Vishal bravely entering the hand with 10-3 under the gun, but calling because he knows there's a high chance that the rest of the table will call.
Interesting.
He's able to see a flop. Jehan on the button with Jack 10 also calls and does not raise.
5,000 more to call up tonight.
Enabling Nick to just see the flop for cheap. And Henny, I see he's the one that's raised. And Nick's called the min raise. Okay,
It doesn't matter. It can't get anything that force it. Otherwise you go.
Nothing there for Vishal.
Marco also plays a dangerous game. He also plays a dangerous game.
10,000. 10,000.
Very interesting table, playing lots of like small multi-way pots.
Yeah, you know, I think the way Stephen put it is perfect. You know, you've got the super villain in Nick Ianu just doing his thing, and people are scared. People don't know what to expect. The guy's sitting with 1.5 million chips. It's just ridiculous.
Dead.
Check of it.
Bit of a brick turn there.
Whiskey. Do you want?
If Henny was leading that flop, surely he's leading this turn here, Steve.
Yeah, he checked. He checked. What is it? He checked.
No, so on the flop, it's on the flop there. He bets. Yeah.
I find it here with my friend Conrad.
And he does continue that story.
Oh yeah, footy.
So Steve, tell me what tournaments you're looking at playing in Vegas. What's the big ones that you're looking at? I know normally you go and you've got quite an array, or should I say a buffet of tournaments that you like to play through. But what are the big ones that you're looking at playing there?
Well, look, I mean, Vegas is an amazing experience. The sheer volume and number of players there is quite incredible. You walk into the one hall and there's 600 tables and you can just hear the clicking of chips and everyone's playing with the chips and it's this monstrous sound. At any given time there's about 5,000 players and it's not just tournaments at World Series, which is at the Horseshoe and Paris. There's also other tournaments taking place at the Wynn, the Venetian, the MGM Grand, the Aria, all taking place at the same time. So there's literally probably more than 100,000 people in Vegas playing poker over that series. It's quite an incredible experience. For me, I am just choosing the ones within budget. Obviously, I can't play the expensive ones. There's such a range from the Colossus, which is a $400, to the Millionaire Maker, which is a $1,000. Last year, the Millionaire Maker had 18,000 entries. And four flights, day 1 A, B, C and D. Cheap, 4,500 per flight. It's unlike anything you will experience anywhere in the world. So just being there and being a part of it is quite incredible. And to anyone going, I would recommend play the events at World Series, but also go to the Venetian, go to the Wynn, and experience everything that Vegas has to offer. There's so much there. So it's like the pilgrimage for any player.
You know, we spoke up here a couple of days ago about our top 3 tournaments in the world list, and obviously all 3 of us said of those 3, WSOP were all part of ours. You know, for me, I'd love to go to the Bahamas. I think the Bahamas WSOP leg would be a phenomenal trip to go on, and I'd love to do a big EPT trip as well. That would be great. Right, over to action here. 5 players to this flop. It's starting to become a regular occurrence. Gian here flopping a flush draw, having 34% out of all 5 hands, even though there are 2 hands that have flopped the top pair here. So let's see what happens with this action. Sticky Nick, sticking around at 7s there.
Thank you.
One bet and 4 callers after the flop.
Yeah, it's very like loose kind of table
Check
here.
a bit. Check a bit.
Gianni is still picking up a gut shot as well now. 6 will help his hand.
30.
So because there's 4 to the flop, Nick's going to know that his 7s are probably no good. He's going to expect one of them, at least one person has to have the ace. So he's going to most likely slow down.
I'd love to see Gian raise this here. It would make for a very interesting pressure bet.
30 to play.
And he just flat calls it.
$105.
Yeah, I think
105.
Vishal, realizing he's definitely not winning this hand.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
And with that raise of Nick's to 105, I think Gavin with his ace 4 is probably starting to doubt whether his...
But you see, Stephen, even more reason for me here why Gian should have raised his hand, because it keeps a guy like Nick at bay. Although, you know, who knows? Nick might have just decided to ship the turn if Gian raised.
Cheapest.
And Gavin comes along.
I mean, Gian has to see the fact here now that he's got all the value in the world to call this hand here.
Yeah, if he does get a diamond on the river, he's going to win a big pot.
Well, I'd prefer for him, I'd love to see the 6 of clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3 callers, all something.
Unreal.
It's a 400k pot.
Check a bit.
It's actually ridiculous.
Gavin takes it down. It'll be interesting to
Check
see
a bit.
now if yeah, Nick checks. He has to know one of them's got an ace by this stage.
I
so
give up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man, this is the perfect spot for you to flop.
Gavin must know his ace is good here. I think in disbelief he opens it and he's going to see that he's actually one hand.
And he was sticky on the turn. He called the 105 raise, which was brave with only
Very
ace
brave.
4.
Yeah.
And
Super brave.
overthrew.
These ships I have to fold. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean the dynamic that Nick brings to this table is unlike any
Ship
other.
the river. I have to
Correct.
fold.
The way everyone's playing has adjusted to
Small
Nick's
and big
game.
blind, please.
Yeah.
And that's why you're seeing
I
3.
didn't believe you had the ace, but if you bet on the river, I have to
the
believe
flop.
you have
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's how a club game,
The Nick effect.
less experienced players
Right
generally
read,
takes
wrong
place. These are all very experienced, very good players, but they're having to be extremely conservative because they know that they could easily get raised.
Any other river, probably you have
4,000.
Yeah, Nick taking them back to Tinseltown over here, just making them all
4,000.
act completely out of their norm. And
You went through on the river.
we will shortly see that
4,000.
clock being paused in the background. There you go, look at that. I'm like a magician. Just knew it was going to happen. And at this
4,000.
point in time, your tournament director comes over and he draws 3 cards from the deck, 3, 2, 3, and 3, 4, and a 5. And they'll pull one of those at a random draw at a table outside, and that will determine how many hands we have left for the rest of the night. And so we are drawing to a close of play here, folks. It has been one of the most insane, uncommentable tables we have ever been involved in.
And analysing a hand on this table is not easy because
absolutely
it's
pointless.
completely unorthodox the way they've been playing this.
And it helps having somebody like you coming to the box, having sat there and just given us your point of view, your perspective, And Steve, kudos to you for coming up here and admitting that you know you were wrong, shipping those nines. Completely unconventional. Very difficult for a player to admit that. So I tip my hat to you, sir.
Thank you. Won't make that mistake again.
And very interestingly enough, here again, seen a guy like Lum raising it because Nick's made it 4K. He's raised it to 30K.
What's this?
Because any less of a raise, you get at a minimum a call.
Yeah.
And he's worried about being raised
And
higher.
you don't want to go 3 ways to a flop with ace king.
But nothing stops Nick calling here with pocket fours. The man is unstoppable at this point.
He's set mining.
Yeah.
And he's got the stack to do it.
I swear, if this man finds an ace-high board with a 3 on, with a 4 on it, I think I'll probably walk off the stage.
Oh, it's 5.
Yeah, they do.
You want to take a bet?
No, thanks.
I didn't take your bet. I was about to take your bet.
There's the 4.
There's the 4.
There's
Can
the
you
4.
believe it?
Oh man.
Lum with an up and down.
He's going to continue.
60.
After this thing, eh?
He's just going to call.
Hopefully. We never know.
There.
Green's not.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's the call.
Sorry, man, I'm pissed.
So he's trying to tell a story that he's still hoping to hit.
Yeah, obviously just boats up.
Now Lum's very concerned and trying to decide if he puts in a continuous c-bet or just checks. He checks.
Check of it.
And now Lum is
With your flush.
200.
concerned that he's behind.
Lum saying you got your flush. Lum, so take those
Yeah,
glasses
he checks
off
it
and
down. He's
you'll
given-
see there is
he's
no
given
flush
up
on that board.
because he knows the fact that Nick called his flop 60k told him that he was in trouble.
He's got some. Yeah.
Made it.
I mean, the fact that that flop comes as on just gets Lum to fire in pot size bet and yeah, just special. It'd been interesting to
Pivot
see
and
what
moves,
Lum
please.
does there to min raise on that flop.
Small and big blind.
I mean, the only other way that Lum could have played that was to limp in, which you never do with ace king.
No.
But on this table, limp in, hope you hit your ace or your king, and then play from there.
But again, Steve comes down to sizing. Why make it? Why expose yourself to so much risk by making it 30k to an open call under the gun?
Correct. He's hoping for the fold.
Yeah.
And when he doesn't get it, then there's trouble.
There's trouble in Tinseltown again, baby.
4,000.
So, like we said earlier, the play on this table has been completely unorthodox. Everyone
Yes.
is trying different things to
4,000.
try and work out how they can win a hand.
But he got bet
Against
much
Nick.
more than he lost.
Against Nick,
9,000.
yeah? You're not wrong. And throw a couple of wild cards in the mix, like we had Riddle Free early on the table. You got the likes of Henny Apple, who's on form at the moment.
Yes.
Michelle, who is no stranger to the poker
9,000.
scene. 4th on the all-time money list in Mauritius, apparently. So the guy can play poker.
Little pips I get.
Yeah, he did very well in the early stages today. He played with quite a wide range and wasn't afraid to continue. Hit a few cards, won some really good pots, and got his stack up to 550,000 quite early.
Sure.
And now I think he's still holding on to that stack.
May I please have those chips? Oh.
Gibbon just slogging away here, 28 bigs, but he won't be concerned. I mean, the man's been in this position many a time, and yeah, would love to see him get a nice little double up here at the end.
So Nick has
Check a bit. Check.
the gut shot,
Check of it.
looking for a 2. Of course,
15.
if that 2 comes, Jahan will probably be out of the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see Jan raising here. Or should I say betting? My apologies.
He checks it down. I think this will check to the Shirley.
50.
Gian just going for it.
It's a 3, okay.
Brilliant.
Very brave, and well done to him.
Yeah, so folks, we
Thank
slowly
you. Small
wrapping
and
up
big
play
blind.
here. Steve, it's been a pleasure having you up here. Thank you. I know poker players, we have so little time to rest as it is, and I know your morning run is good.
Come on,
You're
guys,
more than
stop
welcome to
it.
stay to the end and close the show out with us.
Yesterday I
We've only got
checked
about
all the way
another
to the
5-10
river, the
minutes
Canadian
left.
went all in. I had the
But if
nuts.
you do need to go, I completely understand, but do stick around.
Thanks. Yeah, just a couple of hands. It's been interesting watching from this perspective.
Yeah,
What do you
100%.
guys do?
And this is, you know, this
Eight,
for
he was
us
playing the
is
board.
why we've come back. You know, we're grateful to
playing the board
SunBet
with the
Poker
wrong
and
guy.
MJPT for inviting us back and having us back. It's been fun to do this. I think for a guy like Jamie, who is young and starting out and fresh in the scene, this is an incredible way for him to learn and grow. But you know, but also to the players, they all get this opportunity
4,000.
to come up here, comment on the hands, get to see themselves.
9,000.
A little bit weird. We call it an exception whenever I see myself walking out there, but yet I'm sitting up here talking. And a little bit of an inception moment for you to see yourself on the screen there. Imran hasn't been getting as freaky with nines as you did. Looks like he's just letting them go.
14.
That would be the better way to play nines on this table in hindsight.
Oh, man. Giovanni Cluti coming through there on the chats, saying Stephen called me off with jacks and I had aces last year in Sun City and he hit his jack. I still made 17, but these pros do not think like us. Do you remember the hand?
I do. I remember the hand.
Shame, pretty brutal there. Giovanni, don't worry. Just come buy back in, try again. Better luck next time.
Whoa.
What? What?
Big blind shove.
I'd love to know what he has here. So obviously our graphics might have just gone down again.
Yeah.
It happens from time to time. As is technology, we never know what is working all the time and not working all the time. The other day we had shows ace queen.
I like it. I want this.
Sixes, 6-7, 6-7 suited.
6-7 suited.
You know, from time to time, technology decides to do its own thing. The other day, we had a long session where we did all these tests and everything, and then we recorded the optimum settings. The next morning, we came back and put the optimum settings in, and the entire thing was different.
I like
So,
doing it.
you just never know.
So was this a shove by the 7-6
Yeah.
called by Nick with ace king?
Yeah, by the looks of things. Oi, and the seven's there. This is Lam.
Yeah.
Lam using his futuristic glasses to see into the future. Oi.
Does Lam see an ace or a king, Nick? What do you think?
I think Lam thinks he's good here. Oh, and Nick just ran
It's those glasses.
so pure.
It's those glasses. You can see the
And now
corners.
Lam is
What do you
saying
have?
it's the
What do you say?
dealer's
I can
fault.
tell you how it's going to come. How was that call?
He's the
I
worst
told you what's going to come.
So flush on the river.
I know that.
I never
Nick,
Yeah.
win.
Unreal.
I'm gobsmacked.
I have to comment on Lam's ability there. He still said he could see it coming. It must be those bloody glasses. I tell you, he says he saw it coming and it's going to go runner.
Just gave him
And Nick just stacking chips.
Absorbing the stack.
So we don't have the graphics, but I think he must be up to about 1.6 million.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped a little bit and then he's picked up again.
Second in chips for tonight is probably around about 500.
Third loss,
He got 3 times the second place chip stack.
And I mean, he pretty much came into the grind. Day 2,
I wanted
same, I
him
think.
to
Correct,
realize
playing the same style and
Stay in, eh?
ramped up a massive chip
4,000.
lead.
Insane.
Eventually, by the time we cashed in top 5, it had been whittled down a little bit by Henny. Henny was running very well at the end of day 2. So
Cheapest in that hand
10,000.
between Henny and Nick in the grind where Ace King shipped into nines. I mean, you must have been so stoked to see that happening because at that stage Nick was second in chips on the table. You know, and you often when you're sitting with the second biggest stack at the table, you tend to stay away from the biggest stack. But that's not Nick's style. Nick will take on anything.
So Nick and Henny actually played a lot of hands against each other, and they were both the top
Two big stacks.
Big stacks. So they sort of swapped chips a lot between them, while the small stacks just sat back and observed. But here we have Nick with
it's more
pocket
than
eights.
enough.
Yeah, and you can see there the 1.6 million, 405 big
He's
blinds.
allowed to make hands sometimes.
Quite incredible.
Unreal.
So standard 3 bet with the ace queen by Jehan in the big blind. Back to Nick, who's
115.
definitely not going to let this go.
All in.
His
Yeah.
pocket eights.
Oh, Nick 4 betting to
We're calling the all
115k
in.
there, and
Okay,
Gian
all
just
in, call.
ripping it.
Surely Nick calls this.
Yeah, no, it's all in. It's all in.
And he's just knocked out
I mean-
Lam in the previous hand. Bear that in mind. I think in this last session he's knocked out about 5 players.
No, it's ridiculous.
He knocked out myself, Lam, Golf 9 twice.
Jeepers.
And
Hey, there you go.
the Queen on the river.
How much
Wow.
King 5.
Wow. Sigh of relief and a wry smile.
Yeah.
What must I do?
So he now is
Look
able to
after
go
you,
into
nice.
tomorrow with double what he was on, so about 530.
Yeah.
Which is a really
230.
nice stack.
Do you guys remember the movie
Yes.
The Asset?
Yeah.
I feel like Nick is the asset. You know, he goes
That's what
in,
I'm saying.
he takes everybody out,
No, no.
he makes Mark Joseph very happy because everybody has to rebuy after Nick it cleans them out.
Second last hand.
I mean, the man's insane to watch. I love it. And he's always just got the same demeanor around the table. It just never changes.
How you call
And sometimes,
them in
although I lie, sometimes you'll find him with
Small
an
and big blind,
unlit
please.
cigarette in his mouth
you
that he
didn't
just
count
cruises
it.
around the room with.
Like you did with
And,
Stephen
look
earlier.
at this next hand. He's
Yeah,
picked up
no,
King Queen.
unreal. So we see the
2, 4,
graphics
4.
here a little bit before it comes
Actually, I
out.
want to go.
Not because there's any untoward
But nice
methods
one.
there, but it's,
This one goes here, that one
it's
goes there.
basically what happens is we see these images half an hour after it's happened, and they get then they get recorded with it, and we sitting up here the first people to
4,000.
see that. Even the team back of us has no idea what the players have at any one stage, and yeah, this will be the
12,000.
last hand on the feature table.
12.
You rivet me.
William run raise.
32.
Yes, he does. Brave.
32.
Table. It's a brave raise, I must say.
Over to Henny at King Jack.
32.
Henny
Second
will
last.
probably let this go,
I think he'll let it go.
especially with Nick to his left.
Tempting to play it. It's the second to last hand. He wants to take an opportunity to get a few more chips. Very tempting. No,
32.
too good.
Yeah, I mean, Henny's form's pretty good at the moment, so he knows, don't get involved in that. Let the lovers' quarrel continue between Imran and Nick.
So Nick's trying to decide whether to call this or put in a bigger... Oh, I see he's already scored.
He has,
Okay.
yeah.
And he finds top pair.
Check a
Top
bit.
pair to Imran's Gutty, up and down, sorry.
9-10, Jack, Queen.
Yeah, and you'll probably see this hand being played slightly more passively,
bit.
being the last hand of the night. No one really wants to get into
50.
a spot that they don't need to be in.
15 into... 50 into 74. But
Not-
two-thirds.
Yeah, not great odds, but I mean, Imran should still be calling this.
Imran needing an 8 or a king.
Take all the cards it's in.
No help to
Check a bit.
Imran there.
Good.
Just missed.
Do you think Nick gives him room to hang himself?
Check a bit.
Yeah, checks over to him, but Imran is better than that. Imran's more
Yeah,
experienced
he's
than that.
happy with ace high showdown.
Yeah,
Last
absolutely.
hand.
We're lucky. We get one more hand. The rest of the field obviously moving a
Thank
lot
you, small and
quicker,
big blind.
purely because they've probably not seen as many flops as this table's seen.
And of course tomorrow there'll be a new
Mr. Nick,
table
your big
draw.
blind,
Yep,
4-4.
100%.
Be seated at a new table with new players on their left and right.
I'll be very surprised if Keegan hasn't already posted online. Your man is always pop it. There you go.
Yeah, I've seen one card I'm folding.
Alright, so last hand here, folks. And then we'll be back. I think it is 12 o'clock tomorrow, but I'll confirm that shortly. Give me 2 seconds.
10. 10.
Right. Everyone has a nice hand there. Opens to 10,000, 2.5x raise. Just Nick left in the big blind to.
I never. That's the big end. I got riveted. How much was it? 250.
And Imran just flopping
Check what?
the top pair here.
Yeah. Probably goes check, bet, fold.
Well, you never know.
You never
10.
know.
We can't predict what Nick Ianu wants to do. Alright folks, that draws this.
I got it right.
Yeah, there we go. This draws the session to an end. Stephen, thank
Oh,
you
I just
so
finished the
much
end.
and good luck with the rest of the SunBet Poker Tour at Sun
Yep.
City. What do you definitely jumping back in tomorrow?
Yes, I'll jump in tomorrow morning.
12 p.m. start?
12 p.m. start. It'll be level 6.
Yeah.
The blinds are 5,000, so that's still 60 blind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's more than enough to
50 blinds.
navigate.
60 blinds.
I just hope you don't land up at Nick's table. I can report that Nick has ended on 1.5.
Aye.
And the next biggest stack is 770,000.
You can
More
take your
than
gadgets
double
as well.
what they have.
Ridiculous.
Unreal. Absolutely
Gadget
unreal.
number 1.
Folks, that's it from us. It's been a pleasure.
Gadget
Jamie,
number
thank you
2.
very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Stephen, good luck. I hope you crush it.
Thank you.
And to the viewers out there, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for partaking. The winners will receive their prizes accordingly. And we hope you have a great night. And see you back tomorrow at 12:30 for the High Roller Stream Day 2. Cheers for now.
Thanks.